Yo, Jay's back in the building. Come on. We chat about conspiracy theories today and all this nonsense. Come in, people. Come in. Niggas think they're tough like concrete, but let's shot glide to the white tee. Yes, Nadia. What you say? No notification, nah? Well, we ain't gonna be pulling that YouTube shadow ban card though. Oh no, come on. Number one fan, number one cheerleader. Come in, people. Come in. I can't wait till I have a bag of people just watching, like some of them live streams where they have about 1,002 people in their chat, or at least 1,002 people watching. Yeah, can't wait for that. And then that's when man gets the super chats as well. So that's when people can donate to the channel and that. Not that I need the money though. Everybody gone. Yeah, man had a good weekend this weekend. I didn't really never want to come back to fucking Northampton, man. Yeah, I remember last time I went back down, which was 2 weeks ago, apart from obviously yesterday, which was 2 weeks ago. The man didn't want to leave, Like, must have went there Friday night, stayed over, was supposed to leave Saturday night. I thought, nah, fuck it. I'm gonna stay one extra night because I can't drive on the motorway at night time. I end up pulling up in fucking service stations. I end up sleeping for like 3-4 hours and that. So, stayed over for an extra night. So stayed Saturday night, then Sunday. Supposed to go Sunday morning. Obviously, the weather was nice, so I decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna take the bike out for a ride. Took the bike out for a ride, and then before I was leaving, it was like 7:30 at night. And I've gone into the Turkish restaurant, that man's local Turkish restaurant. And you know what, yeah, this is why I love living in the ends. And I hate living up in Northampton. Like, apparently, like, people say, oh, Northampton is multicultural. Yeah, there's different races of people and that, but it ain't multicultural like that. Like, it's 90% white people. Mm-hmm. But down in the ends, like yesterday when I was driving around in Edmonton, passing through Edmonton, going to Tottenham to get my haircut, I was actually looking around and I said to myself, Jay, count the amount of white English people you see. Like, in Edmonton, Tottenhm, in the ends, there's no white English people. There are, but they're in their yards. You don't see them. When you're on the high road and that, Edmonton, Tottenham, even, look, well, go on, man, like Dorset David, Walthamstow, there aren't white English people like that. There ain't white English people like that, really. So, yeah, it's nice to see different cultures of people and that. Like, you drive around certain parts of Edmonton as well. Like, you got like the corner where all the Somalian man them hang around. Then obviously Edmonton's mostly black people, but you got a lot of Turkish and Kurdish people. You got a lot of Romanian people. Up in Northampton, it's just white people. Yeah, it's just white people, man. It's so boring up here as well, man. Like, if I didn't have things to do, if I weren't doing up my property, if I weren't doing this YouTube thing, writing my book or what, the book's done, the book is done, but man's just been procrastinating on that. I need to get it formatted and then printed and then, just print it up and that. So, if I didn't have all those things going on, like busy and that, blood, I'd be fucking tearing my hair out, man. I'd be dying of boredom out here. But again, that's what man always say. You have to have purpose, man. You have to have things going on outside of work. Mm-hmm. And this is how certain men become needy and they want to rely on their girlfriend 24/7. Because what happens is certain men get a girl and then they kick their friends to the curb and they make the girl their sole priority. And then it's like they ain't got no life outside their girl. You know what? Earlier I went out to the car quickly, so man just threw on the jacket. I was like, you know what, man, like this look, Like, yeah, I'm gonna jump on the live stream like this. Oh boy, this tea's making me starting to burn up, So Nadia's making jokes saying it's making her sweat, making me sweat. Yeah, man. Now, apparently they say on a hot summer's day you're supposed to drink tea to cool you down or drink a hot drink to cool you down. I don't really understand how that works. I think you're supposed to sweat and the sweat's supposed to cool you down or something like that. But you know what? One thing that I realized about being up in Northampton, like I realized, well, I sort of thought to myself, why is things in Northampton so expensive? Why are services so expensive in Northampton? Like, if you hit up an electrician or a plumber or a painter and that, they will charge you some mad money. Like, the rates and that up in Northampton are worse, are more expensive down in the ends. And I couldn't work out why. Like, if you try and get any work done to your car, as like obviously you need some maintenance or repairs or mechanical work on your car, the rates and that are going to be more expensive in Northampton as opposed to London. So let's say, for example, to change a clutch, parts and labour. In London, that might cost you, for example, three bills, £300. Up in Northampton, that man will charge you like 450. And I couldn't work out why. I'm like, why is it so expensive in Northampton as opposed to London and that? And I realised, do you know what it is? Because Northampton is predominantly white people charge an arm and a leg for all their services. Down in London, it's mostly foreign labour. And foreign man, anything you know about foreign man, they charge a reasonable price. Because for a time I was thinking, why is things so expensive in Northampton? Why is things so expensive in Northampton? It's because white people, English, British people, they charge an arm and a leg for the same service. And us foreign people, we don't charge some mad money for no services and that. But that goes to a deeper meaning, you know. The reason why a lot of white English people and British people who are born here charge so much is because they live outside of their means, so they need to charge that money. Foreign people, they're smart with their money, so they don't need to charge as much as their competitors and that. And what happens is the English people, British born people, they get pissed off with that. Hold on a minute, why don't you cut down your lifestyle so you don't have to earn as much money and that? Yeah? The foreign people are smart. They come over here, you get a bunch of Polish people or Romanian people, they say to themselves, you know what, fuck it, we're all gonna live together. We'll live a low cost lifestyle, or whatever. We'll all chip in, we'll live in the same yard and that, and we'll send money back home and build houses back home. British people don't think like that. British people think like, oh, the money that we get in that needs to be spent on this holiday, that holiday, this car, Gucci and all that nonsense. That's partly why British people they charge so much for services and that because their lifestyle is they live like a high cost lifestyle and that. Yeah, you say that, but more people are poorer in Northampton though. Trust me, man, go to these people's yards. You know, these people in Northampton are broke. They are broke. Like 95, 99.9% of people in Northampton could not imagine earning £300 a day. That's a myth. That's a myth to these people. £300 a day. Some people would have to work 3 days to get that money. Fuck £300 a day. Some people would have to work 2 or 3 days to get £200 a day. Like there's certain people up here, I'm not saying not in London as well, but there's certain people up here, like just working in Tesco's, being a manager is an achievement for them. Like this is why, like if you live in an area like a slow town, like to me, Northampton's a slow town. If you live up in a slow town like Northampton, you need to get out. You need to go to somewhere like London, which is a vibrant, prosperous area where people are doing a lot. Don't get it twisted. People are throwing away money. Man are living outside their means, but you know what? It's still motivation. People are driving nice cars. It's still motivation to kind of get on your grind and get busy and that. Up in Northampton, I'm not saying people don't drive nice cars and that, but like everything is slow. Everything is slow up here. Like it's just it's different. It's different. It's different. It's different, man. Different. This is why man, I need to get out of this area, boy. I need to get out of this area. I mean, obviously, you know, man's views on moving to America and that, innit? Like, for me, you should only move to America or something like that if you've got some kind of business idea. I hate the idea of people just going to America because, oh, things ain't working out in where I am. Now I'm just going to flee to America and hope that things work out and that, and hope that the great goodness comes to me and that. No, 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 no. But, I mean, like, America is a land of opportunity in that. Me personally, I wouldn't go over there to live. I don't even know. I'm sure I can go over there because I've got a criminal record and that. But I think you can only not go to America like if you got some mad charges like gun charge or murder or like supplying some mad amount of drugs or something like that. But I should be all right because my convictions ain't mad like that. I got a lot, but they ain't serious stuff or nothing like that, innit? But yeah, me, I wouldn't go to America, innit? I'd only advise anyone going to America if they got a plan. Like if it's to do with like I don't know, some kind of rap career, they're gonna start a business or something like that, or one of their family members said, "Come out here, help me out with the business" or something like that. Yeah, but don't be like some idiot people. I know got one family member, nothing was going on for her in the UK in London, and she decides to go and flee over to America just to wing it. Literally, she said, "I have no plans. I'm just gonna go out there." What happened? 12 months later, she's back at her mother's yard. So like you wasted a whole year over there doing jack shit. Yeah, if you went over there to start a business and you failed, that's fine. Life is about learning. Life is about taking risks. That's cool. But you cannot be going over there just to wing it. No plan. Because probably, you know what, a lot of people want to change and do all these different things and that. You know why? Because they're single and they're lonely, you know. Literally. Like, I guarantee you, she had a boyfriend and she was content with whatever was going on between them. She wouldn't have left. She wouldn't have left. But a lot of people, they do some mad stuff. When people are single and lonely, their mind, they turn mad. They do some nonsense. So yeah, if you want to start your own business and that's cool. Do your thing. Yeah. But don't be going over there just to I ain't got nothing else is going on. Don't get it twisted. If you're in an area like Northampton, yeah, move down to fucking London, yeah, because there's nothing going on up here. I'm not saying you can't make or start a business or prosper in Northampton, but there's more and better opportunities in London. If you are in some slow town in America, let's say you're in New York State, but you're not in New York City, so you're not near Manhattan or any other hotspots. If you're in some slow town in the state of New York, as you know already, if you don't know, you're gonna know now. New York isn't just a city; it's a state. If you're in some slow town in New York where nothing's going on, yeah, go to New York City, go to Manhattan or one of them places where it's popping, yeah, because there's a lot of opportunity over there. But if you're in a busy city, bro, there's opportunities out there. You have to go and find it. Man, for not be scared to start new things and fail and try new businesses as well. That's people's problem. Like they say, you can take the kid out of the area, but you can't take the area out of the kid. Now, the example, so basically what that means, well, in the example that I'm going to use is basically like, if you are a problem to yourself, if you don't have no ambition or nothing like that, then just because you move to a different area, nothing is going to change. Yeah, it's going to be you're still going to be at square one. Nothing's going to change. I'll get started with these conspiracy theories in a sec. Well, give it like 5-10 minutes or something like that. Yeah, man, you are the problem. Not saying it to anyone watching this now, but just talking in general. If nothing's going on in your life and you're in a place where there's lots of opportunities and that, you maybe have to look to yourself. Maybe you have to look to yourself because changing areas ain't going to really do much. again, if you're in a dead end area like this, yeah, move to somewhere where things are popping, like somewhere in London or wherever. Going to America and that, the reason why these people want to go to America and that is because they're influenced by the social media. They feel like if they go to Atlanta and that, they're gonna live. I think some people feel like as soon as they jump off the plane when they land in Atlanta, there's gonna be a Rolls Royce waiting for them to take them to a penthouse and that. And they're just gonna have buckets load of cash waiting for them. Nah, fam. Nah, fam, you're deluded. Bro. You're watching too much celebrities. And you know what? I saw a post on one of them social media pages on Instagram. There were some girls that were waiting outside Justin Bieber's house. And he was polite with them, and he just had to tell them, listen, I don't appreciate, like, this is my home. I don't appreciate you lot standing and waiting outside my house. You lot are going to have to move, keep it moving or whatever. My man's a joker, you know. My man said JY's getting to jump on Love Island. You know, I thought about that earlier, you know. I'll touch upon that in a sec. But anyway, so what do you call it? What do you call it? Yeah, so there was these girls waiting outside Justin Bieber's house, and he just basically told them, look, man, you lot can't be standing outside man's yard. You have to move, innit? Like, you can't, this is a violation, basically, innit? And I left a comment, a couple people liked it or whatever, and like, it is sickening, literally, I say word for word, it's sickening how people worship celebrities, and then I put ... sheep. It's mad, like, I don't know what it is in the human brain that makes, not this ain't me, man, don't worship no fucking celebrities and nothing like that. But what is it about the human brain that makes human beings basically bum suck and worship the ground that celebrities walk on? When these celebrities really and truly don't do nothing for nobody. Yeah, they make good music, yeah, man, respect that. But other than that, they don't help nobody's lives personally. They don't help nobody's lives individually. You got people wasting their time, wasting their whole day or a few hours out of the day standing outside a man's yard for what? A hug, you know, or autograph. Like, I would never approach no celebrities, never. I can't imagine once, like, I don't know no celebrities. Well, me personally, there's no celebrities that I feel, yeah, they've really done anything really for the community or nothing like that. Like, there's man like Steve Harvey. I respect man like Steve Harvey because his motivation and that's good. Les Brown, I respect that. But I still wouldn't be approaching none of them, man. Nah, I would not. I would not be approaching Steve Harvey or nothing like that. Like, if I saw him, I'll give him a nod, like, make him know, you know, but I ain't approaching no celebrities or nothing like that. None of them. Like, there's no one. But you know what? The only person that if I saw them out on road, I'll say yes, respect. Like, yeah, salute to you. Is AMS, because my man's done a lot for the male community. Yeah, my man's done a lot for the community. AMS. Other than that, most of these celebrities don't do jack shit for nobody. They ain't helping to improve nobody's lives. What they do is influence people, and people with this shit mentality, they go and follow them and fuck up their lives. Where was I the other day? I was in Costco. Costco's like near Edmonton, Chingford, isn't it? And you know, in Top Boy, the young you that was messing around with the white girl, the white woman, that young you, he had a friend who's quite big, some chunky you. I think that you's actually from Tottenham. So anyway, I come out of Costco and I'm pushing my trolley. And I see my man, the chunky, sitting down outside Costco. He looked like he was waiting for a cab or something like that. Innit? So I've looked at him. He's looked at me and he's kind of looked away. Not no idiot thing, but anyway. So I've looked at him. He's looked away and he's looked back at me. And I just gave him that nod to say, like, I know who you are, innit? Yeah, like, respecting it. But other than that, man ain't going up to no one, like, even though he's not high profile, nothing like that. Man ain't going up to no one, nothing like that. But if I see someone and I know their face, yeah, man know who you are, innit? Like, salute, get me? And he went like that, like, so he knows, innit? He knows. Is that his name? Yeah, he's got long hair. Let me see. His name's Kadeem Ramsey, yeah? I don't even, to be fair, like the youth that, so obviously, man know who Asher D is in it. Ashley Waters, should I say in it? Yeah, but actually, man know who he is. Obviously, I don't know him personally, but obviously, man know who he is. I know his real name and that, innit? Like, but the other you, the the young one, not the one with the dreads, but the slim one that was messing around with that white thing. I don't even know his name in the thing. I don't even know his name in real life, innit? But yeah, obviously, man, see him. He's looked away, then looked back. Man gave him that nod, and he's yeah, Kai, you know, I'm just showing him, man, know who you are, innit? Yeah, but other than that, man ain't fucking get your autograph and all that shit. Fuck that. Am I some man's groupie or something like that? But some of these people, they would literally faint. They would literally faint. Like I see one thing where fucking I think Stormzy must have walked through like the economy class on the aeroplane. People were giving him a clap and going mad. Now I ain't discrediting no one or nothing like that, but I'm thinking how are people going mad over a man that you don't even know? Like, yeah, you like his music and that, but boy, I don't know. Me, I think I'm just built different. Maybe because I'm from the ends or something like that. And boy, we don't worship nobody. Yeah, the only people we rate is our man, them, innit? Like, I don't know, man. Maybe it's because I grew up different. I don't know. I don't know. But me, I ain't going up to no one asking for no one for no autograph and nothing like that. Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, there's no way like I'd be going up to no one asking no one for no autograph. That's kind of sneaky still, fam. But yeah, so imagine that. Where's that? Yeah, Love Island. Imagine me on Love Island. Imagine me on Love Island. That would be mad. I'd get kicked off straight away. I know, like, I haven't even seen that program. I must take a look. I need to go and take a look. I think I've seen like a tiny bit of an episode a couple years ago, or whatever, in it, and I know that ain't the place for me. It's not the place for me. I would not fit in. Literally, I'll just be that standoffish guy. Like, I'll just be sitting in the court. I'll be on my own. I'll be just be jamming on my own. Me, I ain't the type of, because for me, it's coming like one of them, you know, like them friendly type of places and that. Like me, I just would never fit in with them type of people. The man them that go on it are them type of man that like they go to the gym and they're loud but they're sneaky and that. Like man from Newcastle and that, and they just all they do, their whole life is about partying in Ibiza and working at the local sports centre and some nonsense. But I need to be around some people that have got ambition, or I ain't gonna be around nobody. Feel me, like I would never go on that program. Never go on that program, man. Like one program I wouldn't mind going on is Big Brother, cause I know I'll be a good character to go on that. But Love Island, nah, I ain't going on that nonsense. I think I would be a good character to go on. I think like definitely I'll be one of them characters. You either you love me or you hate me. And that's how man is in real life. Like in real life, people they either love me or they hate me. Literally. But that's what's gonna happen. Like you're gonna have, if you step out your comfort zone and that and you're doing whatever you're doing, you're gonna have a lot of haters, especially if you're an opinionated person as well. Like me, I hardly ever post on my Facebook because there's no point me posting on my Facebook account. Every now and then I might just upload one of my videos and say, yeah, boom, check out this video. This is on my Facebook account. The reason why I don't post on my Facebook account is because my Facebook account is full of friends / associates and family. And if you know anything about when you're on the come up or you're surpassing people or you're on the path to success, your friends and your family, they're the last people that are going to support you. You will get more support outside of your friends and your family from people you don't even fucking know. Now, obviously, someone's going to say, yeah, obviously you're going to get more support because obviously there's more people that you don't know than you do know in your life. But come on, like, how can the people then that you grow up with, people that is your blood, not support you or not want you to do well in that? And do you know where it comes from? People don't like change. People are scared of people surpassing them. Like, man, I always use this same analogy. You got three men. One drives a Mercedes, one drives a BMW, one drives an Audi. They're all on 45, 50 grand a year. They all live in terrace houses and that. Make one of them man there start driving a Bentley. Make one of them man there start earning 200 grand a year. Make one of them man there live in a 5-bedroom detached house out in the countryside. You see the other two man? Oh, my man don't make no time for us and he thinks he's better than us and that. That's all you get. Pure hate. Pure hate. That's why you just have to be focused, boy, and just forget about people around you, man. When you want to come up and that, because they say, it's lonely at the top and that. When you want to come up, your friends are definitely going to change because most people, they don't improve their life, so they stay at the same level. So when you're improving your life and that, you're going to leave them behind. And they ain't going to like it. They ain't going to like it, man. I'm going to start with these conspiracy theories now. So in no particular order. Let's see. All right. Number one. And this, for me, this is the most frustrating conspiracy theory ever. It's the most stupidest conspiracy theory ever. Yeah. Flat fucking Earth. Whoever believes in flat Earth, listen, I just want to backhand you right now, you know. Like, this, oh, man, I don't even know where to start with this one. How can you believe the Earth is flat? Like, there's so many questions I can throw at this. Like, even shit like when a boat sails, when it disappears, where do you think it goes? Like, what do you think it, like, I don't even know. Like, where do you think this boat goes when it's sailing in the sea and that? Oh, it disappears because of the horizon. No, the Earth is round and gravity holds everything, you know, to the center of the Earth, and that's why things like if there's a flat Earth, where's the fucking edge? Where's the edge? And the reason why this flat Earth thing is blown up so much is because of YouTube and that. Like, man, watched one video with Nadia. I think it's that Jubilee program. They're talking about flat Earth and that. You got flat earthers versus non-flat earthers. You got flat earthers versus scientists or whatever, innit? And one of the guys said the problem is YouTube. Yeah, because a man could watch a 10-minute video on YouTube made by some jackass and then believe that over. So hold on a minute, you're gonna watch a 10-minute video by some random jackass in America about the flat earth theory and why it's true and why there's no such thing as a round earth. You're gonna watch a 10-minute video rather than believe century-old books that have been published by multiple different scientists and that. And you have to think to yourself, if there's such thing as a flat earth, yeah, like if the earth was not really round and the earth is flat, why would they lie to everyone? Why would the government, why would scientists lie? Like, what is the agenda behind a flat earth? It just don't make no sense. It's stupid, man. Stupid. Flat earth. Man, they're talking about flat earth, you know. Yeah, I would never believe in that. Like, you really are some real, like, tin hat type of person if you believe in the flat earth theory, man. What do you mean? What do you mean God? What do you mean by God? Well, boy, if people want to believe in God, that's up to them, innit? Yeah? But I'm telling people for a fact, the earth is round. Like, how can you think anything else? It's mad. That's just like strictly, like, literally, like hocus pocus nonsense. Flat earth, you know? And there's people that really go on TV and that and debate with scientists, feel like they can even, don't get it twisted though, just because you're not a scientist, don't mean that you can't debate a scientist or nothing like that. But blood, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, what would be the need for the government to lie to everyone and tell people that the earth is round when it's flat? I don't understand. And if the earth is flat, where is this edge? How comes no one has gone to this edge? There must be an edge, right? Or is it like the Truman Show where you can only get to a certain point and you can't fall over? Like, come on, man. So yeah, man. Then obviously no particular order in it. So I say that obviously the flat earth thing is number one, man. Just dumb. Just dumb. Right. So next one. What do you mean there's an echo? Like, hold on, let me check out this thing because I hate when because obviously you know there's no one auditing the sound, there's no one monitoring the sound on here, so there's no sound technician. One said it's better, man. Hold on a minute. Are you talking about like a natural echo, like the room's echoing, or are you saying that like the live stream is echoing? Just because obviously you get like that echo and that when some people call in and that, or is it just like a natural echo? You know why there's an echo? If it's not because of any technical difficulty, it's because the room's my yard is fucking empty. That's why there's an echo, blood. Unless I got an echoey voice, then yeah, one of the two. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so yeah, man, that flat earth thing is some idiot thing, man. Like how like why would you believe the earth is flat? And there's people they go to these kind of convention and workshops, you know, about flat earth. Like why? Like why? Why? But anyway, all right, boom, on to the next one. Since we're talking about science and that, number two. Oh, bro, what happened there? Yeah, number two. It's nonsense. Moon landing. So apparently, I should have really put down the moon landing was faked. But yeah, apparently the moon landing was faked. Apparently, I don't know if it was Armstrong, but anyway, whoever was on the moon first and they planted the American flag on the moon, apparently that was all faked. Apparently that was in some kind of film set studio or it was in the desert or something like that. And they try and use things like, oh, well, if there was if they were out in space, there's no atmosphere, so there should be no wind in that because apparently the flag was moving. Well, maybe because the guy was fucking carrying the flag and maybe his arm wasn't fucking sturdy. That's why the flag was blowing. That's why it made it look like there was wind. Oh, but they looks like the only source of light out in space should be from the sun. I'm sure they had some kind of electronic equipment or something like that had a light on it. Maybe the space shuttle thing that landed on the moon or whatever, it had a light on it. That's why there's two different shadows and that. But man, I'm mad. Like literally, see all these people that that believe in all the moon landing. I guarantee a lot of them bun weed. You know, it's paranoia. Paranoia. Why would they want to lie to the people and pretend that they went to the moon? What's the point? I don't understand that, fam. Man are living in a fantasy world. Moon landing was faked. Don't get it twisted though. I think the reason why a lot of people get into this conspiracy theories and that is interesting because I used to watch them. I never used to believe that the moon landing was fake, but I used to like watching it and try and decide for myself because obviously I didn't know nothing in it. But don't get it twisted. Some of the evidence does seem like, oh, well, maybe it was faked and that. But you know what? I don't believe that they would fake the fucking moon landing. What have they got to prove? Like, what are they getting out of lying about the American landing on the moon? Well, so they can get some brownie points. Like, what's the fucking point? It don't make no sense. Why do they lie about it? Like, I get maybe the government do cover up stuff, but why are they gonna fabricate a lie? Just say, yeah, we failed in it. Like, one day they'll get there. I don't understand why they would lie about landing on the moon. That don't make no sense, man. It's foolishness. Right. Obviously, I'm going all over the place with this as well, yeah? So, boom, number 3. The royal family are reptiles. Like, this conspiracy theory was going around a long time ago, years ago. Like, see what I mean? You see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? So you got a lot of people that. So years ago, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know when this thing originated or whatever. But I remember hearing about this back in the day, like 11, like whatever, 010 or whatever, probably before that, whatever. And they used to say like whenever George Bush was president of the America, whenever that was, whatever time frame that was, that's when this thing was about. Because they used to say that George Bush was a fucking shape shifting reptile. Someone said that they seen him turn into a fucking lizard, and what? What, you lot fucking mad, blood? Really? You lot really believe that? Man, I really believing in hocus pocus, blood. All of that Illuminati and all that, it's all nonsense, man. It's made up. Made up, man. Do you know what it is? I feel like human beings need fantasy. Human beings don't want straight answers. That's too that's not good enough for them. They always want to be able to fantasize and imagine stuff. But the imagination kind of fucks with their own imagination is their own kryptonite. Nah, man. I don't know what's wrong with humans. You know what it is? It's almost like a hangover from childhood. You know, like when you get older, you kind of forget about Santa Claus and Father Christmas, and you realize, oh, these things ain't real. The tooth fairy is not real. So they move on to other things. Flat Earth, the royal family is reptiles. The moon landing was fake and that. And then Miles will just go on to the next one. Oh, let me write it down first. Aliens built the pyramids. Aliens did not build the pyramids, you know. I can't explain exactly how, but I know it was built by the fucking Egyptians, yeah? They were smart fucking people and they used ingenuity and not common sense, but they used ingenuity to be able to build the fucking pyramids. See what I mean? See this is what I'm saying. So now there's into all this nonsense as well, you know. Aliens did not build the pyramids. Like what they're trying to say is that basically the pyramids are aligned in a certain way so that the alien it's like coordinates for the aliens. No, it's not. No, it's fucking not. Ain't no fucking coordinates for aliens and that. Aliens built pyramids and that. You don't believe in anything, you know that. Right, one sec. Yeah. Right. And whilst we're on the aliens topic, aliens abduct humans and conduct experiments. I mean, like the delusion is just out of this world. Like I can guarantee you that aliens, like I believe that aliens exist, like, but maybe they're too, maybe they're advanced enough to leave their planet or whatever, innit? Yeah. You can call in. Let me put the handle in. Yeah, you can. I'll put it in the description as well because I don't know if you can. So yeah. Feel free to call in now. Man, like Brandon, we say.
Hello.
Yo.
Hello.
Can you hear me? Yeah? Can you hear me? Ah, it's gone. Try again. See if I can get him in this one.
There.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, okay, yeah, it was my problem. I accidentally attached my headphones. Yeah.
Let me adjust this screen quickly. Yeah, man. So I'm talking about these crazy conspiracy theories that people believe in and that. And paranoid delusion, man.
Yeah, I think it mainly comes from like religion. I think some people they're attached to agnosticism and religion. They believe in a God, so that fuels their desire for it. I think.
Like I was saying, I don't know if he was in. It was just before you called in. Like, and you know what? I can relate religion to this as well. Yeah? You see all of this belief in Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, Loch Ness monster, and that. It's all like a hangover from childhood. Whereas, like, so when we're children, we believe in the Tooth Fairy, we believe in Father Christmas and that, but we kind of forget about that stuff because we kind of grow up and realize, well, there's no fucking Tooth Fairy coming in and leaving £5 underneath my bed or nothing. So what people do is when they get older, they just replace that with conspiracy theories like moon landing, who built the pyramids and the flat earth and all this nonsense and that. I just don't get it, man. I don't get how people, especially flat earth, man, like come on, fam. What do you think? Do you believe in the flat earth?
Nah, I don't believe in that. I think it just sounds silly.
Yeah, man. Like I had a man try to tell me that some man was like, what you think a planet is, it's not a planet, it's a star. Huh? What? Hold on, brother. Like, you're a grown ass man, and your whole life, yeah, I'm not saying just because you've been taught something or been told something your whole life means that it's true, but like, you know for a fact that, Jupiter and all of this and that, it's all planets and that. But you watched a couple of videos on YouTube and now you feel like they're not planets, they're stars. Like, why would someone lie? Why would someone make this up for? It's just crazy. And you know what? The person does smoke weed as well. I'm telling you, there's a link between people who smoke weed and people who believe in all of this flat earth. And I'm not saying all of them bun weed, I'm not saying all of them don't. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of them people that actually smoke weed. Something to do with like some kind of like psychosis, something like that, man. Madness.
Yeah. I think there is a link to people who do drugs and people who believe in these things. Like for me personally, I see it as well. Like people who do drugs, like I was even walking down the street. I think, like 2 days ago, because I was buying shoes and I saw some Jamaican guy with another Jamaican guy, and they're talking about Egypt or something and Ethiopia, because you know how some of these Jamaicans they're obsessed with Ethiopia. They think that everything comes from there, and this is the thing where you have to be careful, because like Ethiopians in general are quite like, they don't like Jamaicans. You know what I mean? So for Jamaican to be obsessed with Ethiopia, it's just ridiculous.
Man, they need to realize the Ethiopians don't see us the same as them. Like, and we don't. To be fair, I don't see them East Africans as the same as man. Yeah, West Africans, Nigerians, or Central Africans, Congolese, Angolans. Yeah, I see them the same as man. But East Africans, I don't see them the same as man. I don't see them the same as man, and I don't feel like them Ethiopians and that they see us West Africans, because obviously if you're Jamaican, you're West African, innit?
Yeah.
I don't feel like they see us the same as them.
Yeah, I don't either. I even when I'm like around West Africans or Jamaicans, I feel like I'm the same as them. I feel like there's no difference. But when I'm with East African and Somali people, it's just like a big difference. It feels like I'm not at home. It feels like they themselves feel, these are gorillas, or these are monkeys. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's how they really think, man. It's just crazy.
I think one of the reasons why they believe that, and it is a fact though, they called the first humanoid fossil or humanoid body, whatever you want to call it, they called it Eve, of the Adam and Eve kind of thing. So basically, the first human was found about 80,000 years ago in Ethiopia. So basically, what they say is life began in Ethiopia. Like all them white man scientists will tell you that, all people come from black people, white people, Chinese people. They all come from black people, and apparently the first and the oldest fossil was found in Ethiopia. So they believe that's where life originated, in Ethiopia. So maybe that's why they believe obviously everything comes from there, isn't it? That might be a reason.
You know what though? Because what I found out in Ethiopia, you have tribes of Ethiopians that look like West Africans, and apparently they were the original ones of that country. And then you have these other Ethiopians which are like have recessive genes or whatever, who like are mixed with different things or whatever, and they discriminate against the ones who look West African. That's one thing I've seen.
Yeah, I can believe that. In India, the oldest tribe in India are black people, like look like man. Yeah, the oldest tribe, and also like the oldest tribe in like Indonesia, they got curly Afro hair like man. They don't look Chinese looking or whatever in it. They're like black people, like Africans who live out there. But definitely India and Indonesia. I'm not just saying that because they got similar names. In India, the oldest tribe, I was looking at it the other day on the internet. The oldest tribe is a tribe of black people in India. They probably get discriminated against.
Yeah, I think like a lot of people say like white people are the most racist. I don't believe that. I don't believe. I think from what I've seen, it seems like a lot of East Africans are quite racist. You know what I mean? Like they secretly discriminate against black people. You know what I'm saying? Because they themselves know they're not the same, and they themselves a lot of times are vegans, vegetarians. They believe in astrology and all this nonsense. Like it's like a package. Like sometimes like what you see, even with this Black Lives Matter stuff, what you see with a lot of Black Lives Matter is they believe in a whole package. So like Black Lives Matter, feminism, astrology, veganism, vegetarianism, spirituality, all of this stuff. Like, I'm not spiritual. Like, I don't believe in that nonsense. This is all ridiculous, you know. And I think that's why guys make bad choices with girls, especially.
Everyone likes to be a part of a clique. Everyone likes to be a part of something and follow something, because human beings, we are the biggest sheep ever. More sheep than fucking the real sheep out in the field. You know, we're sheep. Like I said earlier, I don't know if you said, you got people who worship celebrities and people waiting outside Justin Bieber's house to ask him for a hug, asking for his autograph. And you got nothing else to do with your life, blood. Like, to be waiting outside a man's yard. And then you got girls that, again, they oh, you know what, Brandon, you're gonna have to turn off your thing in the background, you know, if I can hear myself.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. No. You don't. Yeah, you don't need to mute yourself, but you're playing back in the background, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if you saw that video, the realest video I made. Appreciate what you have, something along those lines, or whatever. And I was saying that the girl, the white girl, and she was alright looking as well. I don't know what she looked like before, because obviously, if the girl done her bum, she probably done her breast, she probably done her face, lips, and eyes. I mean, forehead and all that. But anyway, this girl got her bum done, and now she can't even sit down and that. All because she's following what's going on in the social media and that. Listen, if you're a girl watching this right now, if you feel like your bum is inadequate, go to the gym and work out. Get the best bum that you can for your body. Don't try and get a Kim Kardashian bum or Shakira down the road who's got a natural big ass. Get the biggest bum that you can for your size and your shape, which it comes natural to you. Stop following all these damn celebrities. Gal come out with the new hairstyle, the braids. So all the girls in the world want to get braids and that. What kind of nonsense is that? But, yeah, man.
Yeah, man, I think it's crazy, man. You know, it's really, really crazy how people just follow things, you know, and especially follow trends. Like, following a trend can put you in debt. You know, that in itself can just, because if you feel like you've got fear of missing out, they call it FOMO or something, you know.
Yeah.
Especially with all this Bitcoin, you know, there was this, I hate that, man. It's like, if you don't invest in Bitcoin, you're missing out, you're not going to be rich. Like, this is your only opportunity. Like, go away, man. You know,
you see the newest trends and the latest trends. Yeah. Whenever there's a new or late trend, the latest trend, I don't even get involved in that. Bitcoin and that. I'm not saying that you can't make money from Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, but me, if something's popping, I'm not interested, bro. I don't really care. I'm doing what I know and I can control. I don't jump into the latest wave. Now, maybe I'm missing out. There's a lot of people apparently making money off of all these different things and that. But for me, if something's popping, I almost like if something's popping, I run away from that. literally the man who is a non-conformist. That's me. Me, man.
Yeah, man. I actually start my new career tomorrow, actually, in information technology.
Okay, well done, man. Respect for that, because you was talking about that from before. So, yeah.
Yeah, it took me a while to do the course. Now I finally got a job in it. Yeah, man, like I was just wanted to ask advice and stuff. Because the problem with me, this is my problem, especially as a Jamaican guy. I think Jamaican guys have this problem. Like, after they get a couple, bit of money and stuff, it seems like they waste time with girls again. Like, they end up wasting time with girls. Like, have you got advice? Like, what should I do? Like, should I just focus on my career? Like, should I just put girl in the back seat? You know, I want to get my car. You know, like, what? You know, how much should I spend in the car? Like, things like that. You know, like, yeah. I mean, advice.
Damn, you've already answered the question, blood. Nah, trust me. You always put girls on the back because, bro, you see, the thing is, yeah, for women, men are not the top priority. Yeah. So definitely, yeah, they cannot be our top priority. Women are not even attracted to men that their top priority is a woman. Yeah. Like, I released a video the other day. I don't know if you saw that, but basically, I was talking about you have to make sacrifice or whatever in it. As per usual, man's using the S word and that. And I was saying that, like, during that video, I was talking about Thierry Henry, using him as an example. Like, a man like that, when you're in a come up and you're trying to make something of your life and that, you might be out with your brethren at your brethren's yard at like 6, 7, 8 o'clock or whatever in it. You might have to stand up and say, yo, Monday I'm going to have to love you and leave you because I've got football training or I'm I need to go to the, like, if a man's a rapper, he needs to go to the studio the next day. He's going to spend a full 12 hours in the studio, whatever. Innit? But you're going to have to do these things. Yeah, you're going to miss out on women for a good little while. But you know what? One day when you're successful, women are going to come to you. Like, it's long having to go out and hunt for women and that. But that's long, you know. But trust me, man's done it before. Gone to the mall with one of man's brethren, Saturday, gone to the Stratford Westfields and that, running around like a damn jackass, running after women and that. Yeah, getting numbers and that, but none of them girls are around today. Man wasted a whole day going out to the mall to go and look for gal. And me and my friend have convinced ourselves that we've actually gone there to buy clothes. When we both know it's bullshit. We've gone out there to go and look for gal. We didn't get nothing off these girls, and these girls ain't around today. So what was the point of going to the mall to look for gal? Yeah, it's fun and that, but you know, it's a waste of time, man. There's a lot of men out here who they could have had careers in football, or if in America, their basketball careers and that, but they wasted it on girls and that. But really and truly, if they just focused on their football career or their basketball career, if they was in America, or their NFL career, bro, they'll get to a stage where, bro, women will be throwing themselves at them. Women are supposed to come passively. Yeah, you're not supposed to have to go out there and hunt for women. You're supposed to hone in your craft, be successful, and the women are going to come later. But what happens with a lot of us is we get focused on chasing women now. And the thing is, yeah, you get focused on chasing women now, and then you just end up with some mediocre girl, wasting your life away when you should have been making money and becoming the best version of yourself, and the women will be there at the end. You think Drake and them, man, they'll be in their position now if they were out chasing women 24/7 when they was on their come up? Nah. Obviously, that don't mean don't deal with no women. That don't mean don't deal with no women, but still, man. But yeah, in terms of a car and that, bro, just buy a cheap car. Buy a cheap car. Me, I'm a man, I got money. I earn £300 a day and that. There's still a Honda Civic outside my yard. I was thinking the other day that I had to get rid of the Honda Civic because of this ULEX thing. But no, that's not the case. I can still keep my car in that car. I don't even want to be leasing no new car. I don't want to get no new car. I'm happy. Well, obviously, it's always nice to want to drive a new car and that, but I'm happy to still be driving my Honda Civic and that. I ain't got nothing to prove to no one, innit? So, yeah, man, just drive a little cheap car and that.
Yeah. I was thinking of getting, what's that called? Like a Peugeot or a Nissan Note or something like that, like a cheap one, and just paying the insurance and just driving that. And I also got my clippers. I cut my own hair now. I've got my trimmer and my clipper. So I cut my own hair. I'm looking to get more certifications and then also do a master's degree actually in cybersecurity whilst working. So that's what I'm just looking to do. You know, I'm not looking to waste time with any girls, man. You know, because they've done nothing for me, and I even wasted time with girls that believed in stupid conspiracy theories, and that just shows you the fact that they believe in that shows that their minds are just easy influence. You know, that's dangerous.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. You lot still watch it. I will get back to the conspiracy theories, innit? Yeah, we just got a bit sidetracked, but obviously, man's here to help people. So if a man need advice on something, I will stop the show, yeah, to give a man advice. But yeah, like with the like I was saying in one of the latest videos I released, like a classic view where I'm just sitting in front of the camera as per usual, not one of the live stream shorts. In your 20s, life is going to be shit. If you're on a legit thing and you're not doing no nonsense on the side, so if you literally, you're going to work and you're studying or studying and you're doing your legit thing, you're not doing no little fraud on the side, no little weed selling on the side, strictly legit, life is going to be shit. And especially if you ain't going out all the time on the weekend because you can't afford to because you're grinding or whatever, life is going to be shit for a little while when you're 20. But you know what? When life is a little bit shit for a while and you focus on the right thing, when you get to a man's age like 28 or maybe a little bit older for some people, but you're set for life. But I'm set for life, bro. I got 2 properties in that, bro. I earn decent money. I got no care in the world. Like me, I could take 6 months off work. But the man them who's the same age as man, running around, chasing girls all day long, leasing this car to look this way and that, but them man, they're probably struggling now. I know they're struggling. I know they ain't in my position. I know they ain't sitting on 2, 3 properties. I know if they are on a legit thing and they just have a job and they're doing the right thing at the moment, I know they can't just take 6 months off the car. What? They got that car outside that they're paying for every month. they could never dare dream of taking 6 months off work. Because their man is in arrears and in debt now. So there's no way they can even afford to take a month off of work, let alone 6 months. Yeah, their man are in a position where, boy, don't let that car transmission go out, you know. You know, their life is stacked up on top of a fucking block of Jenga. One wrong thing, and then that's it. Everything comes crumbling down.
Yeah, man. That's yeah, everything. That's the thing. You know, if when you focus on yourself, you know, everything, like you realize that your life is just better. It feels good when you have money in your account, like when you're in shape, you know, you're healthy. It just you just feel a lot better. You know, you just feel good, like you feel blessed, and it's like you don't even care about bad things that come your way. You know, you're able to sort yourself out. So yeah, man, that's pretty much all I wanted to say, man. I've got a busy week ahead, but it's good talking to you.
Yeah, respect, man, respect. But yeah, people them, you can go now if you want, but yeah, people them, anyone in their 20s and that, if you're on the right path and you're working, yeah, your 20s from the age of like, let's say like 18 to like maybe 25 or whatever, it's gonna be shit. Until you start earning some decent money, life is gonna be shit. But life will get better, I can guarantee you. But you don't have to take my advice. You can go and just work some shit job and get paid some okay money now and start leasing a car and go on all these little holidays and impress this girl and that girl. You're gonna make up for it. Yeah. When you're 35, 45, whatever, you're gonna be driving some shit Vauxhall Zafira with free use, still paying off for some car that you drove 6 years ago that don't even exist on the road because whoever's had it after you, they wrote the car off. So you're in debt for a car that don't even exist on the road. It don't even exist on, well, it's still in the DVLA records, but it don't exist on the road no more. So that's what I think about anyone in their 20s or whatever, man.
Yeah, man, that's true, man. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go now, man. But definitely, thanks for that, man.
I respect, man. So yeah, life is shit in your 20s if you're on the right path. And that man was working for like I said in that video, what, $5.50 an hour. I was on about £37 a day. But now, man's earning almost 10 times that amount. Almost 10 times that amount as an electrician. But in order to get to that stage, I had to fucking go through like working a shit job. I had to grind. I had to do the jobs I didn't want to do, or work for the money I didn't want to work for. Because as an apprentice, you're doing the same job as an electrician. You're just getting paid a quarter of what you're worth. Sacrifice has to be made, man. But then man won't make sacrifice, and then man will blame the white fucking man for their problems. And it's not the white man's problem. It's your problem. Man. There were opportunities in this country, but no, a man won't blame the white man in that. And you know what? That just brings me on to our next one, you know? Fuck it. Like I said, I'm gonna go everywhere with this conspiracy theories thing, innit? Yeah. So number 5. Keyword there. I put OG on that motherfucker. Sorry for my slow typing. I'm not one of these computer tech people. The government allows guns into the country so black people can kill each other. That is a fucking conspiracy theory that's been around in the black community since the fucking 70s. There are people on ends who believe that the government allows guns past the border into the country so that black man can pick up gun and go and kill themselves. What? And you know what, yeah? Let's say, yeah, the government, let me move this message. Let's say the government does allow guns into the country so that black people can kill each other. There's something called free will, you know? You don't have to pick up a gun, you know? No one made you. No one told you to pick up a gun and go and kill a man that looks like you, or a man that don't look like you, or a man that you don't like. You made that decision yourself. I could be out on the road in central London. You know, man, always doing these mad smash and grabs. And I've seen a couple of videos as well of lately. I was watching some. You know when man, them local moped idiots, or they don't even have to be a moped idiot or whatever, innit? But anyway, them man, they're going to run up in the Rolex shop or the jewelry shop and they smash and grab and that. Do you think if I saw that happening and I could get away with it, because you know everyone's wearing a COVID mask nowadays as well, you think even if I knew I could get away with it, you think I'm going to go and step in the jewelry shop and go and rob anything? No. I'm not getting myself involved in no foolishness. Yeah? Even if I see opportunity in that, yeah, I'm a pass on that. Yeah? I'm not going to go and rob the jewelry store. What am I going to say in court? Well, boy, if it weren't happening, then boy, I wouldn't go and thief. No, it's something called free will. So if you pick up a gun and you go and shoot someone or you're carrying a gun, that's your own problem. I met bear man in jail. Bear man in jail. What are you in for? A gun charge and that, machine thing and that. Bear man in jail. You walk with a gun, you're getting 5 years. Do 2.5. Maybe you come out after 2 years if on good behavior. Maybe you get moved to a Cat D if you're lucky. If you don't have a fight or nothing like that, or you're not involved in no mobile phone business or any weed smuggling business in jail. You walk with a gun, you're getting 5 years. Yeah, remember that. Remember that. About the government put guns on the street so that black people can kill each other. You know what? If the government did put guns on the street so black people can kill each other, it's fucking working, you know? It's fucking working, bro. So even if it is true, which it ain't, but even if it is true, boy, their plan's succeeding, you know? Yeah, their plan is succeeding, man. But you know, the government don't need to put guns on the street for black people to kill each other. All black people need to do to kill each other is go in their mother's fucking kitchen. That's all they need to do. Go in their mother's kitchen. There's plenty of utensils in there, if you don't understand what I'm trying to say. So let's say the government didn't even, quote unquote, bring any guns in on our streets or whatever. Man are going into their mum's kitchen and, yeah. Trust me, man, no, yeah. Trust me, I ain't gonna talk too much, but I remember Saturday night, yeah, when certain man was, linking up to go shubs and go to this rave and that rave. Me and the man them, well, not me necessarily, but the man in the house, because I was never really into carrying nothing and that. This is man's weapon and that. You get me? This is man's weapon and that. But the man them, yeah, stuffing stuff down their trousers. Yeah? Literally. So man don't even need to the government don't even need to put guns out on the street for black people to kill each other. Man are going into their fucking kitchen. Yeah, don't worry, you catch it on the replay, innit? When man finish up this live stream, innit? So yeah, number 5, the government allows guns into the country so black people can kill each other. Bullshit. And you know what? Even if it's true, yeah, it's fucking working. It's fucking working. Nonsense. See, that is not taking accountability 101. You think a man could come up to me and say to me, yeah, Jay, you know, a kilo of crack is 25 bags. So like when I was on road, a kilo, so 1,000 grams, 1 kilogram of crack was about 25 grand. That was when I was on road. So that was like 11 times. Now, obviously, inflation has probably gone up, probably like 30 or something like that. Yeah. A man could come up to me and say, yeah, a kilo of crack is 30 grand right now, but I'll give it to you for 15, half price. And you can make 45 grand out of this. But I tell him tell him where to go, fam. No, move that nonsense away from me, fam. Something called free will. Just because a man see an opportunity and I don't mean I have to go for it. It's going to jeopardize my freedom. And then what? I'm going to go and blame the government. Oh, well, the reason why I'm a drug dealer is because the government allows drugs into the country. Or the reason why I'm a drug dealer is because there's no opportunities in that. Go and find opportunities. Go and make opportunities. There's big companies out here offering apprenticeships and that. Go and apply. But man are lazy. Man don't want to apply for no jobs. Man don't want to apply for no apprenticeship. I mean, this one weren't really a conspiracy theory, but I might as well just throw this one in here anyway. Margaret Thatcher closing down the community centres which caused gang violence. Again, more nonsense. Again, more excuses. Just because Margaret Thatcher closed down the fucking community centres in the 70s and or 80s, and it's not an excuse for black people to go out and murder each other. Because I used to go to the youth club and that. The youth club was just a fucking rendezvous point for man to go and sell weed. Not every man and not all the time. But a lot of the times, man was, yeah, or man are piecing up gal in the fucking toilets. Yeah, make sure none of the youth club staff notice when I take this gal in, not me, but like, get me? Make sure none of the youth club staff notice when I'm seeking this girl into the toilet to piece up this gal in the toilets and that. Or the youth club staff, as I've said bare times in the past about the youth club staff and youth offending team and that. They're just influencing the young people to do worse. Told you already, man, telling me about, where you're from is not, the youths in Edmonton are not bad. The bad boys are from my area, South London. They don't talk, they just stab. So what you're telling me is, yeah, stop talking and start shanking. Youth clubs, man, they don't help nobody, man. Yeah, it's somewhere for youths to go for a couple of hours and that, but before then, after then, what are they doing? Again, more excuses, blaming Margaret Thatcher for black people killing each other. So what happened to the Indian youths? What happened to the Greek youths, Turkish youths, white youths? You don't see them killing each other in abundance, the way black youths do in London, and we're the minority. How is it that we are the minority in the country, yet still our ratio of killings is so much higher, so much superior than all the other races in this country? We're the minority. I'm sure we're like 3% or something like that. Yet still, we've got more bodies dropping than all of the other people then put together. No smoke without fire. We are the problem. It's not white people is the problem. We are the problem. But again, easier to blame the government. Easier to blame the man above. The Prime Minister. I saw some nonsense where some youths was fighting in fucking what's that place? What's the clothes place? What's that fucking place? Selfridges. There's some youths fighting in Selfridges. One youth backed out something or whatever in it. Yeah. A man are throwing like dummies or something, like the mannequins or whatever in it. And then underneath, like the comment section on Facebook and that, they're talking about Sadiq Khan, obviously Mayor of London. I see people being sarcastic. I see his attempt to stop knife crime is working. How are you blaming Sadiq Khan for some pussy old you going down to Selfridges from Tottenham with a knife? So is that where we are now? We're blaming Sadiq Khan for an individual taking up a knife and going down to Selfridges. No, we need to blame the individual for thinking that it's okay to take a knife down to Selfridges. But if you're going to shop, why are you carrying a knife if you're going to shop? Oh, it's dangerous. Well, if it's dangerous, don't go then, fam. If your life is at risk, don't go. You think me, I'm going to go to a shubs or a house party or a rave and feel like I need to be putting something down man's trousers. But if I'm in a position where I feel like I can't be going there unless I'm pulled up or whatever, I'm not going. I'm not going. Nonsense, man. So yeah, again, more people blaming the government and that, talking about how, I see Sadiq Khan's helping out with knife crime and that. What do you expect the police to be able to catch everyone that has a knife? Obviously, there's some people going to slip through the cracks. Yeah. There's nothing stopping me right now taking a knife from my kitchen and going wherever. Or what is Sadiq Khan supposed to be in control of what Jay Wise does? Come on, man. Nonsense. But anyway, yeah, so boom. So number 5 was the government allow guns into the country so black people can kill each other. Well, we got a new one. Man, like say, what's his name, man? Yeah, you're gonna have to turn off your background noise, you know. 1 second. Yeah. Can you hear me now? Yeah, you have to talk a bit louder though. You're kind of faint. You're kind of faint, saying, yeah. Talk a bit louder.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's quiet though, you know. You know what? Obviously, you don't want to show your face and that. Maybe you've got the phone facing down, yeah? Yeah, just cover it over in it, but you need to make your speaker yeah, you can't cover your speaker because that's what's happening basically.
No, I'm using the tablet. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
It's quiet, you know, fam.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna use my phone.
Yeah, he'll be back, he'll be back. But yeah. This is why we'll never get nowhere as a community, you know. Furthermore, nobody, black, white, Chinese, purple, or blue, nobody's gonna get anywhere until they take accountability. That's the most on the path to success, on the path to making something of yourself. You have to take accountability, man. You can't blame no one. You cannot blame no one. Even when you're in a position where someone has done you wrong, you have to take accountability for that. Like I say, like there's women out here that treat men like shit. Remember, man said it in one of them videos. I can't remember. You know, man made 100 of videos or whatever. Where the woman burnt the man with the iron. And I'm saying that obviously what the woman done was fuckery. How are you burning a man with an iron? Like, that's some Freddy Krueger shit, like burning a man with an iron or whatever. But how did it get to that stage? See, this is what people forget. No one just wakes up one day. Let me add my man to the stream. No one just wakes up. Yeah, I can hear you. Just a sec, brother. I can hear you though. No one just wakes up one day and thinks to themselves, let me burn someone with an iron. Yeah. A woman has been pushing the boundaries. She's probably started off by telling you shut up, then fuck you, then she slap you, and then she's gonna burn you with an iron. But man ain't gonna take accountability for a woman disrespecting them when they should have got rid of them a long time ago. They just gonna blame the woman for burning them with the iron. I'm not saying what she done is right, but you have to take accountability for a woman disrespecting you. You're not getting rid of her sooner. But yeah, what are you saying, man? You good, yeah?
I'm good, Jay Wise, man. I've just been listening to your stream. I've been enjoying everything you're saying. I want to talk about what you said about the knife crime issue.
Yeah, go on.
My personal opinion is, I think the way the knife crime is going on, I think there's going to come a certain point where the average English person is going to tell black people to go back to Africa, go back to the Caribbean, because it's becoming too much. And one thing you got to look at is that house prices are going up right now. So a lot of the people that were living in Essex, they got to come and live in ends next to the mandem. And remember something here, some of these mandem are having kids, and their kids are going to be running wild. While these dons that came from Essex, their kids are going to be going to like private school, or they're going to be like raising their kids with like morals and discipline. So there's going to come a certain point when the black kids are going to start robbing their kids. Because I'm seeing the thing even on Instagram where these little the scooters, them 14-year-old kids are going out robbing these white kids' scooters. So there's going to come a certain point where people are going to say, no, enough is enough. You might have been in the country for 60 years. We're giving you a chance. It's only your ethnic minorities, like the Asian, the other man. They're not doing this, and they're right, because you know there's no more excuses. They've given us so many chances. The government's invested billions. They've done so many programs, but man, them don't want to change. I started secondary school in 2005, and even back in my days, it was still peak. I'm from Peckham, and I left in 2010, and that was like what I left secondary school 11 years ago, and this stuff is still going on. So I don't know what to do, fam. That's why my plan is save money, build a house in Africa. So when these people tell us you guys got a cut from this country, I'll go back to Africa, because the way these men are moving on road, one day they're gonna body the wrong person, and then English people are gonna stand up and say, you know what, enough is enough. We tried. You might need to go, and they're right. It's their country, and 100% right. They've given us enough chances, enough opportunities. You know, there's nothing else to say.
There's one thing when foreign people, like whatever ethnicity, whether it's Asian, African, or Eastern European, there's one thing when foreign people come over and they take the indigenous people's jobs and that. But there's another thing when foreign people come over and then their kids are going around killing people or killing each other. It don't matter if they're just killing each other and that. They're making the streets unsafe. Them people that not really too fond of black people to begin with. I wonder what they think like of black people when they watch their TV and they're from like Lincolnshire and that. They must just think we're all like bloodthirsty pirates and some maniacs and that. Well, it's not really like that, but that's what the media and you know what? The media is not wrong. Well, they're not wrong for putting this on the news because bad news always makes headlines, unfortunately, isn't it? Yeah? Maybe every now and then you might see some black person on TV who's done well and then they make headline, but more than likely, you know, even certain times they even stop reporting. There's bare shootings and stabbings in Peckham and that. They don't come on the TV. You know why? Because it happens so frequent. Yeah? They get bored of reporting them things there, man. It's one thing when people come over and they take people's jobs and that, but it's a next thing when you're going around killing each other and thieving and robbing and all this madness and that. Yeah, one day they will say, yeah, send them back home. Now, whether they can do it, I don't know. But yeah, man, it's mad.
But you know what you're saying. You're right, because where I live in my house, there's a new building which is like a help to buy. These new buildings. So you know there's a lot of white people in these help to buys, and a lot of them came from different ends.
Do you want to say what area you're from? Where you living now? Can you say?
Yeah, I live in Peckham. I live in Queens Road, Peckham.
Oh, I thought you left. Oh, you left school. Okay, yeah.
I left school in 2010, secondary school 2010. Like right now, I'm 27.
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah. Oh, so okay. I live in Peckham, and they've got help to buy houses in Peckham. So most of these new help to buy houses is like white people moving in. But when you're going outside like nighttime, if you see them nighttime if they see it especially like a black man, they get shook. They start walking fast, especially like nighttime around here. But they're right. I can't blame them because what they see on the media, you know, a lot of men are moving mad. You know, you can't blame them in it so it's to show you there's even fear. Even daytime when I'm going to the gym and I'm standing at certain bus stop because sometimes the gym that I go to is in a different area from Peckham and is near like offices. And the office workers, when they see, man, they start to get shook. Like they cross the street. Like you can tell that they're paranoid. Like some man, if they see you, like, you know, so I can tell that the media and the stuff that's going on is having fear on the average person's mind. There's gonna come a certain point where people are gonna say, you know, enough is enough. You might need to cut. So J-Wise, that yard you bought in Egypt, fam, you might need to build up because time might come where you might have to go move to Egypt, cuz. Real talk.
Yeah. Or I'll go Jamaica. Yeah, for real. Yeah, you never know, fam. You never know. Yeah, that would be mad though. Imagine they did send us back. That would be mad.
But they're right though.
Yeah, go on.
But me personally, for me, I can see it happening because remember something. Right now with the internet, people don't give a fuck anymore. People are speaking the word. Back in the days, you know, with the media, there were certain things that you wouldn't hear. But now with the internet, there's no more hiding. You can't hide shit anymore. With the WhatsApp, with the internet, there's no more hiding. Like everything's out there now. Like everyone's getting exposed. Even the government's getting exposed. So it's peak now. You know, like they say, oh yeah, like England shit like that. Bro, I don't think man want to go back to wherever they're. Bro, I'm a Jamaican man. I love Jamaica, yeah. But blood, I don't want to go and live in Jamaica. Fuck that, fam. There ain't opportunities like that. Why do you think we got so much yardies over here? Like, if I was from Nigeria or Congo or something like that, I wouldn't want to go back there. Nah, fam. England is the place to be. You know, the UK is the place to be, fam. So man need to be careful because I hear a lot of people talking about going back to Africa and that. Yeah, that's cool, fam, on your own terms and conditions. But you don't want to get sent back there. You don't want to get deported. Like what happened to Cash? Yeah, that was fucked. But obviously he's back now. But I felt sorry for when I heard he got deported because man's grown up over here and then you have to go back. Remember, life's different out there. You're from Africa, are you from Sierra Leone or somewhere like that? Yeah, Sierra Leone. Yeah, I remember you said, yeah. Was you born there? Yeah, I was born there, but I came in like in primary school. Yeah, I remember you said, yeah. Would you want to go back there to live, or would you prefer to stay over here? You know, only if I had money. If I was rich, then yeah, I'd go. But other than that, like to work like a normal job, there's no point. Like the basic salary is $60 a month. Every $60 a month or a week? Yeah, no, a month. Bruh. That's like the minimum wage, and our currency is fucked. Like £1 is 12,000. Yeah. You see, like me and Nadi was talking about currency the other day. It's mad when you got currencies like that. Like one English pound is like 1,000 this or whatever. And you know the currency is not good. Like even Jamaican dollars, like £1 is like
when I last checked, like 120 Jamaican dollars. So basically, $1 is a penny. Basically, the currency is shit. Yeah, it's shit out there, man. But yeah,
and you and you know one thing about the currency, yeah, the hard, I mean, the lower your currency is to the dollar, the harder you have to work. So, for example, if $1 is one Jamaican dollar, that means when you work 40 hours and someone in England works 40 hours, your money has the same value. But if you're in Jamaica and you're working 40 hours and your money is $1 to 100, you have to work 100 times more than the person in England.
mad.
So
Mad.
It's mad, fam.
So are you still looking to? Because I think you said something about moving to Kent, because that's kind of near you, isn't it? So would you move out to Kent and buy a property?
I would like to, but realistically, I think I maybe might want to start off maybe renting first, innit?
It's up to you,
Like,
man. It's up to you. Like, you still live with your parents, yeah?
Yeah, I still live with them. Yeah, I still live with them.
If you've got a good relationship with your parents, because I know some people, because it's easy for me to say, oh yeah, you stay at your parents' house. I know for some people it might be difficult because their parents are difficult people. But if anyone watching this right now, you got a good relationship or an okay relationship with your parents, stay at home as long as possible. And furthermore to that, why are you in a position to be falling out of your parents so much, Car? A man should be busy, A man should be getting up and out of the house by like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock to go to work. When he comes home, he's going to the gym or he's working on something. A man shouldn't be back in the yard and able to really socialize too tough until about 10 o'clock at night. I'm not saying every night, but when I was at that Holborn job, so I was working at one place every day for 4.5 months straight, I wouldn't get home until about 10 o'clock. My mum didn't see me, Literally, she'll leave my dinner in the microwave. My mum might come downstairs in the middle of at like 10 o'clock when I come through the door just to say hello or whatever. And I might see her early in the morning, like she'll make me a cup of tea in the morning. Other than that, I never used to see my mum Monday to Friday, because I was busy. So I wasn't even in a position to fall out of my mum. Although I have a good relationship with my mum anyway, but I wasn't even in no position to be falling out of my mum. So yeah, man, if man have fallen out with their parents and have a good relationship with their parents, maybe you're too available. You should be busy, you know what I'm saying? So remember, lockdown's over now, so things are back open. So, man. Yeah, anyone watching this, you got a good relationship with your parents, but stay at home as long as possible, man. You're better off staying at home with your parents and living under your mum's roof than going to move in with your girl. Because when women are ready, they will send you packing, blood. And where are you going to go, fam? Me, if I lived with a girl right now and she told me to leave, because it's either you leave or she's going to beat you up, yeah, and emasculate you. If you don't leave, then, you're going to get emasculated and that. And if you do leave, you're going to be on your mother's sofa. Like, when I go back down to Edmund, I was there on Saturday, Friday night, Saturday as well. But I'm on my mum's sofa. That's long, fam. I'm a grown ass. I'm not sleeping on the sofa and I ain't homeless. But that would be me if I moved into a girl's house and I had nowhere else to go. So man, them, do not move in with your girl. Stay at home and save up as much as possible. Because if not, you're going to be back on your mum's sofa. I work in people's houses as an electrician, testing. And mothers have told me, like the parents have said, oh yeah, my son's come back because he split up with his girl. That's happened a few times. Maybe about 5 times I've been, because I go to a lot of houses. I go to about 4 or 5 houses every day. And a few of the mums, because what I do is I go and test people's houses so it don't take long, about an hour and a half, hour or whatever. So I visit 5 houses a day. Since I've been on this job, I've probably gone to about 200 different houses or whatever. And I meet the mums and that, and sometimes they say, oh yeah, my son's moved back in and that because he's broke up with his missus. Plenty of times. That's what happens, fam. Any of you man them watching this right now, if you're moving with your gal, just know, say the next place you're going to go is back to your mum's yard or the Salvation Army or a park bench. Yeah. So stay at home as long as possible. Don't move in with your girl. Don't move in with your girl unless you got somewhere to go. If you own your own property and that, then yeah, if you want to move in with your girl, then that's up to you. But me personally, I'd still say just stay in your own yard, man. Yeah, man.
JY, it was a good talking to you. I'm going to the gym in it, so.
Right, late that workout, yeah. All right, respect.
Yeah, no, see, because I need to lose weight. I'm overweight right now. I'm like 119 kg. I'm 18 stone something. I've put on mad weight.
How tall are you?
Over the years, I've been putting on weight. I'm like 6'1".
Yeah, you're on the heavy side, but you're quite tall, so it's not too bad. That if you was my height and that weight, that would be a problem. If it weren't muscle, because one of my brethren is like an inch taller than me, but he's built like an ox. You know who you are. He watches my live stream. You know who you are, my brother. He's built like an ox, but he's heavy, so he's not fat or nothing. But have you got like muscle, like, or you said you're overweight, innit? Yeah.
No, I mean, like I've got muscle on like under the fat, so I don't look like how can I say, like, it's one of the man that, you know, some man that look big but they got like body fat, but they got a bit of muscle under it. It's one of them ones that one of them ones. But
but you should be able to lose the weight quickly. Car black man, us man, we don't really gain weight and we can lose weight easily, so you should be all right, man. How often you go into the gym though? Not that I'm some gym expert or something like that, but
I've been trying to go like five times a week now, innit? Like 5 times a week, innit? Because I'm trying to do serious cardio.
Oh, raw. That's That's dedication. That's good, man. 5 times a week, man.
Yeah, I mean, of course, because right now, like, I'm 27, so when lockdown ends, you know, I want to be in shape, and then I want to start going out, and, you know, I want to, like, Yeah.
All right, then, man.
Anyway,
cool.
I'm out, man. I'll see you. Chat to you later.
All right. See you. All right, next man, Universe Galaxy.
Hey, thanks for taking my call. I just found your program randomly on YouTube, and I typed in the private chat. I think you wrote but I just want to make sure. So you take all subjects?
Yeah, obviously, I'm talking about conspiracy theories in it, but I don't mind if people come in and talk about other stuff. Because me, I'm a man, I like to give advice. So one of the previous callers, he was asking me, and obviously I speak to him quite often on this thing anyway. He's asking me about like saving up money and talking about women and that. So yeah, if you want to divert, no problem. I always go back to the original thing anyway. So yeah, if you want to talk about something, that's cool, man.
Thanks, man. Thank you. It's very nice of you. That, by the way, for everyone listening, that's how you do a radio or show. You know, some hosts are very strict. They don't take all subjects, and sometimes I get that. But a lot of times, like, why don't they take all subjects? It's good for the program. So I like the way that you take all subjects. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So I got 3 subjects for you. Tell me if you like any of them, and if you don't, no hard feelings. I hang up and call someone else. Nope, no problem. The first one is a sports one. I doubt you'll take it, but I'll just put it out there. Michael Jordan fans are the worst NBA fans then. The second one is more serious, and the third one's also more serious. The second one is, you know, anytime you buy meat, cheese, milk, or pretty much anything that comes from an animal, do you ever stop and think that you're giving your money to an industry that is literally torturing and killing animals? And the third subject for you, one more subject for you then. Can you tell me where in science or religion or science, because most people, they get their values from, you know, they learn things from religion and or science. Where does it say in any religion or science, that once a guy turns 18, he is no longer supposed to be attracted to a girl under 18 then? Those are my subjects for you.
Fucking hell. Do you know what, blood? Me and my girlfriend was watching a video about pedophiles the other day, you know. So it's a good thing. But obviously, I ain't going to bring up that topic on there, but you brought it up. So yeah, we'll write off number 1 because I'm not into sports. Like, man, I practice taekwondo, but I'm not into sports. Like, I like watching boxing. I'm not into football, as in soccer. I'm not into English football. So we'll write off the sports one. Number 2, yeah, we can chat about that. You
don't think I'm advocating pedophilia, do you?
No, but the thing is, right? We can talk about it afterwards, though, innit? Because this video was making some valid points. Yeah, I think it was called "Are All Men Pedophiles?" Whatever, innit? Yeah. This video was making.
Yeah, I know that video. I never played it, but I know the video. Yeah.
It was making some valid points that will make you, you know, kind of scratch your head or whatever, innit? But obviously, at the end of the day, right, I will never not eat meat or nothing like that. But
why not?
Like I like lamb. Well, lamb's all right or whatever in it as a meat, but if you see the look, imagine like you was at a restaurant, because you know, like when you go, well, I think they still do it in America, where you go to the restaurant and you can pick out the lobster out of the tank.
Right.
Now, a lobster's not the type of animal where you kind of care about it or whatever in it. But like if you saw a cute little lamb, like you wouldn't really want to pick that lamb and say, yeah, kill that lamb, I'm gonna eat that lamb. Like, I would feel bad, I think, to go and nominate a lamb and say, yeah, take it to the slaughterhouse, kill that animal and eat it. And that's how a lot of people actually become vegan and that, when they go to the slaughterhouse and they watch the animals getting killed. But yeah, so I think
the country you're from has the highest number of vegans. You're from the United Kingdom, so you know as good as anyone out there how many how vegans are getting veganism is getting popular. But you said something interesting. You said you don't think you'll stop eating meat or something like that. As a human being, you recognize wrong. You recognize the lamb. I would like for you to feel bad for the lobster, but at least you felt bad for one animal. What I'm trying to emphasize. Do you know the details of how they're tortured and killed? Do you know the details? And if you do, how do you justify it? And if you don't, do you ever plan to educate yourself to maybe consider stop eating meat then? And it's not just the meat, by the way. It's the ice cream, mayonnaise, cheesecakes, a bunch of things that have something to do with an animal. It's not just meat. So when you buy a chocolate bar, when you buy cheesecake, when you have milk chocolate, ice cream, mayonnaise, a bunch of things like obviously hot dogs, it could be a pizza, and it could be a hamburger, a number of things. There's a lot of things that come from an animal, and they are literally torturing and killing these animals for things you don't even need.
I know exactly what you said. I've seen like those videos on YouTube, and anyone can go and check these out. Like what really happens in the slaughterhouse, and they don't kill the animals in humane ways. So like, let's say, for example, a cow, they're supposed to shock the cow, supposed to put some kind of electric current through its head and kill no, they don't do that. They'll beat the cow, and some of them abuse the animals as well before they actually kill them. So yeah, but unfortunately they do this crazy stuff in it, but I'm still gonna eat meat.
So you don't care enough. So you don't feel bad for the animals.
See, that's like, see, a man's put a man on blast, ain't it? But I'm engineered, I'm designed to eat meat. That's why a man's got canines.
Well, number one, let's put to the side whether you're engineered or not. We'll debate that part. I don't mind. But let's assume you're engineered to eat meat or you're not engineered. It makes no difference, because if they are torturing and killing, it's wrong to torture and kill. If you met a Chinese guy and he was eating dogs, and in China, they're torturing and killing dogs, it wouldn't make sense if the Chinese guy said, man, I got canine teeth, I'm engineered to eat meat. That wouldn't be a logical argument, because they're torturing and killing animals. If you want, I can address the engineering part, but I want to be fair to you if you want to follow up to that.
Yeah. All right. So I like the fact that you brought up dogs in China. Yeah. Now, in the UK and America, we're pretty much similar countries. Yeah. In our countries, in America and the UK, we worship dogs. Dogs are, well, not worship dogs, but dogs are a part of the family. Dogs are seen as on the same level as human beings. In the UK, people sleep in their beds with their pet dogs. So the dog's not just an animal or a pet, it's more like a part of the family. It's more like one of the children or whatever, isn't it? So when we see like Chinese and or Japanese people killing dogs and eating them, or in this country, we feel like some people look at them like barbarians and that. But hold on, in India, you see they worship the cow. Like the cow is a sacred animal in India. I don't think you can get beef in India. Furthermore to that, if you touch or harm,
just to make sure there might be a misunderstanding. In India, although some people do worship cows, in general, Indians believe in vegetarianism, so they don't eat animals in general. In fact, India has the highest number of vegetarians in the world. Whether they do or not, torturing and killing is wrong. Whether something is a pet or not part of the culture or against religious values or not, it doesn't matter what you believe, because it doesn't matter what your culture is. Torturing and killing is wrong. And a lot of animals in America are pets. Pigs are pets. Some people have chickens as pets. Some people have farms where they love their goats and a bunch of other animals, but you don't say, okay, don't torture and kill these ones, but torture and kill those ones. It's wrong to torture and kill no matter what the species.
And what if so are you a vegan yourself then, or a vegetarian?
I actually don't label myself as vegan. What I label myself as, I don't eat arms and legs and bones and guts and blood and carcass and skin.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm not trying to like catch you out, nothing in, because what I was gonna say is
I know. You've been very nice. Don't worry, you've been very nice. I wasn't taking anything that you did in a negative way.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, what if the animals that you like to eat, maybe beef or lamb or whatever, what if they were killed in a humane way? So you knew, okay, when they are killed in a slaughterhouse, it's in a humane way. So they do it the easiest and quickest way so the animal doesn't suffer. Would you still feel comfortable eating that food? Like if you knew for a fact, okay, in this slaughterhouse, they're killed in a humane way rather than some back alley farm or whatever, because obviously that does happen, because obviously there's plenty of videos on YouTube where they go undercover. But obviously, you said you don't eat no arms and no legs. Now, for me, as long as I know the animal was killed in a humane way, at the end of the day, our people as human beings, we've been doing this for centuries. So,
okay,
you know,
so there's a lot to unpack there. I'll try my best not to give you a long answer because I don't want you to feel like I'm hogging up all the time. But there's a lot of things that you said that were wrong. So before I answer your question, and I'm not going to dodge your question. You asked me a pretty fair question. What if it was done in a humane way? There's two things you need to consider first, and then I'll answer your question. First, when something wants to live, you know, the animals can't talk to you. They can't say, please stop, don't kill me, don't put me in a cage. They want to survive. All they can do is grunt and groan and yell and scream. They can't tell you, don't kill me, don't put a knife on my throat. Then there's no humane way to kill something that doesn't want to be killed. If a human didn't want to be killed, you wouldn't say, oh, there's a humane way to kill it. There's no humane is not the kill. That's humane. To the second thing that you have to consider, it's when you said, what if they weren't doing it in an inhumane way? They have over 7 billion people on this planet. Most people eat meat. For them to keep feeding everybody, I mean, think about all the stores you go to, all the restaurants, all the diners, meat is everywhere. They have so much meat because they have to keep cranking them out like a factory, like they're making cell phones or suitcases or shoes, things like that. They have to crank them out, crank them out, crank them out, crank them out. When you have that many people to feed on meat and you have an industry that has to keep cranking and cranking and cranking and cranking them out, you're going to have torture. You have to put them in cages. You have to force them to get pregnant. You got to get the sperm out of them. You got to separate the baby so the baby doesn't take the milk from you. You got to put them in cages sometimes. You got to I'll kill them right away because they're maybe handicapped or something. Or, hey, this animal is a boy animal. We got no use for him. We're going to kill him earlier. Oh, this cow we want to make veal. Veal is a cow that's 2 years old. Let's kill him at 2 years old. And there's more examples. I can give you a million examples. The point I'm making is for them to keep cranking and cranking and cranking and cranking them out, there's no way for them to be humane. Otherwise, the only way for them to do it nicely is somebody has to go around shooting each animal in the head. You can't shoot over 1 trillion animals in the head practically. Do you know that they kill about 1 trillion every month? That's more than all the humans on Earth, and that's more than all the humans who have ever been on Earth. Every month, there's no practical way for them to kill them. Like let's say I agreed with you, and they can do it quickly in the head, shoot them in the head, and you say that's humane. That means somebody has to go out there, or some people have to go out there and shoot 1 trillion animals in the head every month. Then there's no practical way to do that. Now, to answer your question, what if there was a humane way to do it? In this magical way, that there's a humane way to do it, I still wouldn't do it. You know why? Because the animals don't want to die. They want to live, man. And they all have a right to live.
No, I hear what you're saying. I can't disagree. It would be silly to say, well, if they was out in the wild, they would be fair game to other, predators and stuff in it. But that's not a reason to kill them. But
some of them, not all of them.
Yeah,
but humans are also right, exactly. But the other thing you have to consider, you brought up something earlier. I forgot what you had some other topic or question you were bringing me up. I forgot what it was, man. I don't want you to think I'm dodging it, but there was something else you brought up. I think you asked me something. Do you remember what it was? Canine. There was a canine thing. I remember canine.
Oh yeah.
So there's two things you have to consider. First, we don't know what human beings did 1 million years ago. There's no way for any of us to know what they did, what they ate. Maybe they eat meat, maybe they didn't. I don't know. I know some animals eat meat and some animals don't. I know some people might be in a very cold area, like in the German mountains. It's not like they can go to a McDonald's drive-thru and get meat every night. I know if you're in the desert in Africa 1 million years ago, it's not like you have, a hotel to call room service. it's not like meat is available all the time, every day, every hour then. And if it is, because even if you say, well, there's animals all over, they can hunt and kill them, they were eating to survive. They had no choice. You have to eat something or you die. So nowadays, you don't have to eat ice cream. You don't have to eat mayonnaise. You don't have to eat a cheesecake. You don't have to eat cream cheese and eggs and milk chocolates and donut that has eggs in it. You don't have to eat a hamburger to survive, and a bunch of other examples I can give you, but you get the point. You don't have to have a pizza night. You don't have to have a party with your friends and have a bunch of fucking steaks. You don't have to have dog food that has meat in it. There's a million examples I can give you. You don't have to have, for example, when, let's say you're in a good mood. Oh, I got a raise at my job today. I'm in a good mood. I'm going to go out and, I'm going to buy I'm going to buy some goat meat. You don't have to eat goat meat then. There's a bunch of things you don't have to do. To your canine argument, this is a very complicated topic that anthropology people are even debating. I don't think people like you and me who are not, I assume you don't have a degree in anthropology. So, we don't know these topics, man. It's just very simple for people to go, we have canine teeth, therefore we should eat it. There's lots of places in the world where they did not eat meat. I'll go to India. If you go back years and years and years, Indians are historically known not to eat meat. They didn't eat meat all these years. Japanese, the Okinawa diet, they don't eat meat except for some fish, but they don't eat meat. So if Indians didn't do it and Japanese didn't do it, maybe some others didn't do it. But whether they did or not, it doesn't matter, man, because they're being tortured and killed today. There's a lot of things your ancestors did that you probably don't want to do them.
Apparently, the Japanese people have the best diet, but I believe in about maybe 100 years, maybe 1,000 years. Because like what people used to do back in the days, we will look at that now and like, those lot are kind of like barbarians or Neanderthals. So in 1,000 years, 100 years, they're going to look back on us like, they actually used to eat meat. Like they actually used to eat an animal. Like how barbaric. That's the conversation I can imagine. So what I think they will do, I don't know if have you seen a film called Aliens? Old classic Aliens.
The Aliens 1979 movie.
Yeah. The old Aliens. They will eat like some kind of like manufactured food or whatever. So I reckon like our food in the future will be like that. Nothing is organic. It's all like manufactured or whatever. And it's still good for us. Right. Gives us all the vitamins that we will need. Probably better than natural food because obviously it's processed in that way. But I reckon in the future, 100, 1,000 years, there'll be no more eating meat. It will just be processed food.
You could be right. And by the way, if you really can't give up meat, if it's tough for you, they have substitute meat, man. That's the also sad thing about this. The animals are being tortured and killed when you could just eat something that's almost the same. I've found some substitute meat. You can't even tell the difference.
We've got one over here called Quorn. Quorn. That's like a substitute meat, apparently.
Oh, okay. I've tried some of them. I mean, if there's something that you don't like, you have so many choices to try something you do like. They've done testing with people where they tell me which one is meat and tell me which one is not meat. People can't even tell the difference. How sad is that, man? That they're tortured and killed and it's not even necessary. It's not even like there's a reason. Like, I'm not saying there's ever an excuse to torture and kill. There's not. There's no reason. It's wrong. But let's say someone came up with an excuse or some excuses. Even those are not legit anymore. They can't even go, it's hard for me to give up meat because you have substitute meat then.
No, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you, man. You seem smart, man. You don't seem. I wasn't sure if you'd agree with me or not, but you seem to be on my side, man. A guy like you who knows what's up. I hope you don't just ignore it, like forget about this and go, I'm going back to meat, man.
No. I will still continue to eat meat. I ain't gonna be playing with no one. I'll still be eating meat. But see, this is the thing. Veganism. I'm not saying you're trying to push veganism, but I've noticed, for one, the reason why I don't like veganism is I don't think people are doing it generally. I think it's more like human beings are sheep and followers, as I was saying at the beginning of this live stream, and people just like to follow the latest trend. So maybe it's just caught fire. Now everyone's jumped on it and they've realized, right, this is a good thing. But I think a lot of people have jumped on veganism just to be a follow fashion. And then you get extremist veganisms who try to go around and tell people, you are a bad person for eating meat. I'm not saying that obviously you're pushing that narrative. Now, I ain't saying you're a bad person, but there's a lot of people pointing the finger and say, you shouldn't eat meat because of this reason and that. Well, then what was you doing 5 years ago? all right, we all have an awakening at one time, and or maybe we should stop doing something now and start doing this, whatever. But they're going around like the meat police now, trying to push the finger, point the finger on that. Well, you shouldn't eat meat, and now you're a bad person. And don't get twisted. You made me feel bad. I'm like, he's right. Not that I'm gonna change, but yeah, conversations like this make us feel guilty for eating meat. And there's people who are like the meat police going around telling people you shouldn't eat meat now and stuff like that. So.
Okay, so I will acknowledge that there are some extremists out there who force things. There are some people who are rude. There are some people who are jerks. All these things I understand. What does any of that have to do with the fact that animals are tortured and killed?
Yeah, you're right. You're right, man. You're right. Yeah.
So I'm glad you said I'm right. That makes me happy. I like that you get it, because I've had these debates where I get all the stupid excuses. You haven't been one of those guys. What makes me disappointed, though, is it's wrong. You say I'm right, you know what's up, but then you go, I'm not going to stop eating meat then. I don't get that, man. That's it.
Do you know what? Maybe, like that situation I told you about, looking at the cute little lamb and then going and killing the lamb. Maybe I wouldn't want to eat a lamb. Maybe if someone took me to a slaughterhouse, because seeing something on a video is different to being there in real life. I've seen people on videos, these crazy videos, get their head blown off, but to see that in real life is two different things. So maybe if I was in a slaughterhouse and I saw it for myself, then maybe I'll be like, I'm done. But until that day, I've been to Jamaica.
But you already know. You don't have to be there. You already have an idea. You might not know all the details, but you know enough. You know about the knife to the throat. I'm sure you know about the baby chickens going in a blender. You know about the baby lamb getting killed and all that. You know these things. Why write it off? Why go, I'm not changing my meat, and how about these vegan extremists then? Why do that? Why not just go, it's wrong, I'm going to try to stop this? Because every time you give me your money, because if you're talking about conspiracy theories, man, there is a conspiracy out there for the meat industry to hide what they're doing. When you see a commercial, hey, get 2 pizzas for $12.99, make it a dinner night, come on down, have a nice time. They are hiding the truth. They are torturing and killing these poor animals who have no choice. Then one of the saddest ones, you can find it on YouTube. You know how they kill lots of pigs? I'm not talking about a few bad apples. I'm talking about generally how they kill pigs. They put them in a gas chamber. A gas chamber. The pigs are in the gas chamber screaming and squealing and trying to find a place where there's air, and they die slowly. Slow. It's not a quick death. It's a slow death. And they, in a way, they have to. I'm not saying they have to do this, but they have to keep up the demand for meat for pigs. Remember, I told you earlier to keep cranking them and cranking them and cranking and cranking them out. They can't. They have to have a faster way. So they put these multiple animals in a gas chamber, and they suffocate and die slowly. And for what purpose, man? So you can have a fun night with your friends and get a pizza that you don't need. It's wrong. This is all torture. People say they believe in God. I don't know if I highly doubt God would be okay with this. And even if you're atheist, if you have morals and values, this is not good. If you're an animal lover, this is not good. If you're agnostic, this is not good. No matter what you believe, it is wrong to torture and kill these animals. If you play the videos on YouTube, man, you don't have to be in a slaughterhouse. You have enough information right there. They're torturing and killing them. I mean, right now, as you're comfortable right now in your yellow jacket, and you're on live stream and you're having a great time and all that, right now, they're being tortured and killed. And you know why? Because you're giving them your money. Every time you give them your money, you support that industry then.
I know exactly what you're saying, yeah.
But you're not going to stop though, right?
I have to be honest, like there's some people say, I think about it. For me, again, the only way I would have to be there and be disgusted by it. Again, like you said, watch the video, but I've seen the videos. I've actually gone out of my way. Let me watch these videos and stuff. That still is not a deterrent enough for me. Maybe if I was exposed to it, because as I said, in real life, it's different to watching a video. Yeah, a video, you can visualize it as much, but being there, that's a different ball game.
Do you really want to be there in person, man? Because that might scar you for life, though.
No, I wouldn't go. But what I'm saying is maybe then I would be disgusted by it if someone actually brought me there or whatever, and it was done right in front of me. Because I've been to Jamaica and stuff, but I've never seen them cut a chicken's head off before. I've never seen anyone.
They won't show you. They try to remember. They're trying to make money, man. They don't want to show you what happens. They want to hide everything to make it seem like it's all happy cows come from California and they're out in the grass eating their food and they're free. And then when the animal gets old, oh, we kill it naturally or it dies naturally. We collect the carcass. Whatever lies they're doing. They're putting these animals in miserable conditions, man. I mean, imagine there was an animal in front of you right now. All right, he's in front of you, and he can talk in English. And he said, "Hey, brah, listen, man. Why are you letting this happen to me? What are you going to say to it? Oh, I'm letting it happen because I never went to a slaughterhouse to really understand how bad it was." You know, and the animal's going to say, "Okay, I appreciate that. You didn't go to a slaughterhouse. It's all good. Torture and kill me now." You know, it's wrong, man. They're
You're 100% right. Yeah, especially if the animal could talk and communicate. And you can look into his eyes and have a conversation. Yeah, 110%.
Right. If you could talk to the animal, you would not tell the animal, "Listen, man, I know it's wrong, but I haven't been to a slaughterhouse, so it's not. I don't know how. It's not affecting me in a negative way, so I'm going to keep eating meat." You wouldn't do that. You would know it's wrong. If it was a human, you wouldn't say, "Well, you know, in the slave days, well, I have to be there on the cotton farms in America to know how bad it is." I mean, that's good if you're there, so you know how bad it is, but you don't have to be there to know slavery is wrong. It's wrong to torture and kill human beings, and that applies to all species. It's wrong to torture and kill all species.
Yeah, because you know what, the other day I was watching the film about the Holocaust, and the way the guy used to just go around shooting the Jews dead like he was stepping on ants like it was nothing. I was like, this guy had no respect for human life. Literally, he would just take out his sniper rifle. You must have seen maybe a video or a film about it. Just shooting people dead. No, just nothing. Almost like he's sweating.
Exactly. And that's what's happening here. I don't blame people for eating meat because I just, you know, I grew up eating meat. I know how good it tastes. I didn't know all the details. Even when I became vegetarian, I still didn't know all the details. If a vegetarian doesn't know, I'm pretty sure a meat eater doesn't know. I mean, there's people in the chat room, in your chat room right now, who are disagreeing with me and giving me stupid answers like animals eat animals and all that stuff. There's no justification for this. You don't need to eat ice cream. You don't need mayonnaise. You don't need dog food that has meat in it, and a bunch of things I can give you. There's more examples, but you get the point then. The videos are there on YouTube. You have common sense. You know it's wrong to torture and kill. And if you really can't let go of the meat and the ice cream and the cheesecake and all that, you have substitutes. You have substitute meat, substitute ice cream, substitute cheesecake, substitute a bunch of things: donuts, sausage, pepperoni, I don't know, beef. What else? Milk chocolates, and there's a bunch more examples, but you get the point.
One reason, and I know you're going to have an argument for this, definitely. One reason why people won't want to eat the substitute stuff is because they say that's processed. Now, obviously, I know what you're going to say. Well, a lot of this meat that we eat, and it is true, it is processed, but that's fake on another level. And some people are like, well, I'd rather eat the real thing, although it's processed and it's been injected with steroids and all this kind of stuff. Like, they don't want to eat any fake things because God knows what's in that. Not that I believe in God, but
first of all, actually, you can check the ingredients. I bought mayonnaise that was vegan, and I bought mayonnaise that was non-vegan, and there was way less processed garbage in the vegan mayonnaise. You check the ingredients. I opened the non-vegan mayonnaise. It had all these big words I didn't even know. Afasta this, istafasta that, dusafakada this, fakada that. I opened the vegan mayonnaise. It had like one or two words, and the rest was like natural things: soy, olive oil, plant, things like that. It's actually less garbage. You also have to consider, not only are you getting more processed foods from the meat, what about the other stuff you're eating? You're eating part of the blood, you're eating part of the guts, part of the bacteria, part of the stuff that's left over from the arms and legs and skin and flesh. And I don't know if you're spiritual or not. There are some people believe, it's okay if you don't believe this, but I believe this. You know how when you eat, they say, some people say when you cook food, cook it in a happy way because your energy goes into that food. Well, when you eat meat, you are getting the sadness, the torture, the misery, the suffering, the depression, the negativity, the death, basically all the horrible things and sad things that come from that. You're getting that, the energy in you. If you don't believe that, that's okay. I'm not knocking you for not believing that, but the other things are true. There's more processed foods in meat foods. That's not even, I don't even think that'd be disputed. Like they genetically modify these animals to give, for example, more milk. They put these shots in these animals to crank out more milk. It actually gets so bad for the animal that the animal wants you to milk it because they have so much milk building up. They genetically modify these animals to be fatter, thicker, juicier, and all that, to the point where the animals get so fat, some of them fucking their legs break and they can't even stand up, and they just stand there. And then meanwhile, the other animals in that place, they go crazy from being in these small cages that they start to peck at the animals. So they peck the animal to death while it's alive. Then it's a lot of horrible things that can happen. I could give you more examples, but you get the point.
Yeah. No, you're right, man. It is terrible how they slaughter the animals and they basically breed the animals just for cheeseburgers on our plate and that.
You know what they used to do in the old days, by the way, when they used to get the sperm out the animal? You'll never guess. You know how they used to get the sperm out the animal in the old days?
Well, I've seen what they do nowadays. They pretend, they make the animal think that it's having sex with like a fake cow or fake whatever the female version is of that animal. But go on, will they bash off the animal, masturbate the animal or something?
They used to jerk off the animals.
Yeah, masturbate. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, how else would they do it? Now they kind of get some. Like I saw one with a pig. How they get the semen out of the pig, and it makes the pig think that he's having sex with a female pig, basically.
Yeah, and then the females, they get them pregnant over and over and over. Like they use them like, it's like you brought up the movie Alien. You ever see those alien movies where the aliens are using humans to get their resources? That's what the humans are doing to the animals. They're using them for resources. It's like that movie The Matrix with Keanu Reeves. They show all the humans sleeping in those pods. They're doing worse than that with the animals. At least those humans were sleeping. These animals are awake, and they're doing worse things than this than what they do in the movie Matrix. Then they get the animal pregnant over and over and over and over, and every time she gives birth, they separate them, and the baby gets sad, the mother gets sad, and then the mother, she goes crazy from getting pregnant over and over and from being separated over and over that she just goes numb. And it's like, okay, she doesn't even know what's happening anymore. And at some point, she can't give birth anymore because she goes crazy, or she's just too old. She can't give birth anymore then. And what do? They kill it.
Yeah. Literally like a breeding machine. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you're right. It's a breeding machine then. Man, dude, listen, man, I'm not asking you to pay money. I'm not asking you to sign up for anything. I'm not asking you to move. All I'm asking you is, man, don't give them your money. That's it. You could believe whatever you like. Think about canine teeth. Think about your ancestors eating meat, all that stuff. It doesn't really bother me, honestly. The thing is, just don't give them your money. They're doing this because it's a profit. It's the money. They're going to keep doing it over and over if people keep giving them their money. Don't give them your money, man. I honestly, if you're going to eat meat, I'd rather you take a gun and go out in the jungle and shoot an animal yourself. At least you'll witness what's happening and you'll understand it. And at least you hopefully kill it fast. These people are torturing and killing them, man. Seriously. There's no justification, man. I grew up eating meat, bro. I know how good it tastes. Trust me. I'm fat and I grew up eating meat. If I can quit, I'm a fat guy who grew up eating. I mean, I'm not that fat, but I'm kind of fat. If I can quit, pretty much anyone can quit. It's not that hard, man. I eat tons of junk food. I eat chips, ice cream. I eat sausages if I want. I mean, now I'm cutting back. I haven't eaten junk food really that long consistently then. But if I want to, I can eat all this stuff. I can eat burritos, nachos, tacos. You can eat donuts, chocolate. You can eat cereals, whatever you like. You don't have to have it from skin and flesh and guts and all that.
Yeah, no, I hear what you say. I still won't be budging though, but yeah, no, you made some good points, and yeah, definitely, whether it's intentionally or unintentionally, more leaning towards intentionally guilt trip people for eating meat and that. But yeah, I won't be budging on that.
My thing was, you're right. That might be part of it. My thing was to give you information. I think a lot of people just don't know all the information. Like, how many people think about animals are being tortured and killed so you could have meat in your dog food, for example? How many people thought ice cream? When people think of
those videos, right.
When people think about the industry, they think about meat. They don't think about ice cream or mayonnaise or things like that. My purpose was to give you information, and yeah, sure, I wanted you to feel guilty about it because that's normal, man. You're a human being. It's wrong to torture and kill animals. I don't know. I wish I can convince you, but I think you said it. I think I understand why. I think because you're not connecting what's happening. That's why you're not going to stop the meat eating thing. But I'm trying to get you to connect, man. Connect what's happening. Go play the videos. Go to a slaughterhouse if you have to. Go think about the cute animals. Go to a farm, or get a dog. Think about the baby fish, the baby chickens. Think about the animals you like. You should like all of them, but I understand if you don't like lobsters. But think about the animals you do like then.
Yeah. What you're saying. Yeah. Do you want to talk about the attraction thing you said?
Sure. But by the way, Nadia in the chat, for all the people disagreeing with me, I mean, I've answered a lot of these points. I don't know if you guys were here. You can eat ice cream that's vegan. You can make really great ice cream. You can't even tell the difference. They got cookies and cream, Rocky Road, cookie dough, a bunch of other ice creams. But you get the point. Nadia, I don't understand. What are you telling me, Nadia? It's okay to torture and kill them so you can eat ice cream? Are you listening to yourself? Hey, animals, I'm going to torture and kill you so I can eat ice cream. What kind of logic is this? Did your ancestors eat ice cream? For those of you who wanted to bring up your ancestors, did your ancestors eat ice cream then? No, they don't. By the way, there was actually a video on Amazon. YouTube. They were interviewing a tribe in the Amazon, and the Amazon jungle people, they said they feel guilty when they kill the animals, but they have no choice. So some of you, you all have a choice. And some of you don't even feel guilty. So when you guys want to talk about how people eat meat, at least they feel guilty, and at least they're doing it because they have no choice then, supposedly. They may actually have a choice. That's debatable then. But you people in the chat room, you have a choice. And you guys don't even feel guilty then. Anyway, all right. So the host, you're asking about age of consent laws?
Yeah. What did you want to talk about with that? You said something about being attracted to under 18. I can't remember.
You got to go back. Talking about your ancestors. Your ancestors were having sex with girls under 18, and it's normal for a guy. I don't know any straight guy out there whoever looked at a 17-year-old girl and said, "Oh no, she's a child." If she's beautiful, she's beautiful. It's natural. If anyone who tells you it's not natural, they're either lying to you, or they're gay, or they're a woman, because a lot of women don't understand how guys are when it comes to this topic. Then.
Yeah. So I saw a video about that, and so basically, like in the UK, there's this thing called a nonce, which is basically like a paedophile or whatever, and they have groups of people that go out and they hunt these nonces. So they set them up, they pretend to be children, and then they say, "Oh, meet me here," and then they go and basically citizens arrest them. So I saw a video about, are men all pedophiles? So it's basically saying that as a human being, right, you don't look at someone and think, are they 17 or 18? You just find them attractive. Exactly what you're saying.
Right.
Yeah, so that video, I don't know if you've seen it. I think you said you've seen it before. That one makes quite a lot of valid points in that.
No, I never played I know the video, Are All Men Pedophiles? I never played it. I'm against pedophilia, just so you know. Pedophilia is not, it's not normal, and it's wrong. It's horrible and disgusting.
Yeah, definitely.
But, girls don't become women at 18. I mean, I don't understand how so many people are brainwashed into thinking girls become women at 18. And then some of these same people will tell you it's wrong. Oh, it's wrong. Oh, they're children. Oh, they don't know any better and all that. And then the same guys will either have a girlfriend under 18, or message a girl online, flirt with her who's under 18, or they'll put on teenage porn where the girl pretends to be like a student or a cheerleader or a babysitter or something like that. Or, they do something where there's a contradiction. Like they just check out girls under 18 and they tell you it's not normal if someone else has sex with a girl under 18.
Yeah, because you know what, in that thing, it was saying something along the lines of the most searched porn was teen porn, so like 18 to 19 or something like that.
Yeah, it's actually one of the most popular porns out there. Yeah, a lot of people contradict themselves, man. They say they believe in religion. Their religion doesn't say girls become women at 18, or guys are only supposed to want girls that were 18 and over. Science doesn't say girls become women at 18, or that guys should only want girls 18 and over. It's just even the laws. Even, sometimes I get this argument like, oh, it's against the law. No, it's not. In most of America, the law is not 18. In the UK, it's 16. People just, even what's common sense. If a beautiful girl walks past most guys who are straight are going to check her out, I don't understand why people are in denial about this.
Yeah,
I understand with her.
Obviously, there's a difference though, like between like going for it and then just observing. Because at the end of the day, right, you can't really control what you find attractive, but you can control whether you're gonna go after the girl. Like there's certain, like even if the girl is of age, if you are a certain age gap above the girl, you shouldn't be checking out no girl. Like me as a 28-year-old man should not be, even if the legal age is 16. What am I doing messing around with a 16-year-old? My girlfriend's fucking.
No, that's okay if you don't want to. I'm not knocking you for not wanting to do what you like. But if someone was 28 and they fell for a girl who's 16 and they fell in love and they got married, why am I going to punish a guy and put him in jail for 12-year difference?
No. But the thing is, in the UK, you want to be you want to go to prison if you met a girl that's of age, 16 in this country, and you married her or whatever. You want to go to jail or nothing like that. You just be heavily frowned upon. So
for some people, right, but in some places, you depending on the law, you could go to jail in some places, and even if you don't, the frowned upon. Why are people punishing guys for being normal? Then it's normal. There's a difference between a 17-year-old girl and a 7-year-old child. It's not the same thing.
Oh, obviously. Yeah, obviously. But like, if you're 28, like, what have I got in common with a 16-year-old girl to be talking about?
Well, I mean, first of all,
my girl is 36, and my girl is older than me, and she ain't even on my level. So for me to go for a 16-year-old, like, no way, I can't even be uttering that in no. Like some teenager.
Yeah, there's a couple of things wrong. There's a couple of things wrong with your argument. First, as you just pointed out, you could have something not in common with someone who's similar to your age. So that has nothing to do with 16 or 26 or 30 or 100. Lots of people you can meet, you may not have something in common with. Secondly, there are lots of people in this world who have a big age gap, and they have things in common, and they fall in love, and they're happy. Third, you could have said the same thing about 18-year-old girls. 18 is legal. You could say, what do I have in common with an 18-year-old? I mean, you could ask these questions for any group. The point I'm making is, there are some people who are happy. There's no abuse. There's no rape. They have lots of things in common, and they did nothing where the guy should be to jail. Why should they put a guy in jail for being normal then?
Right. All right. So in this world, there's some things that are morally correct and still illegal, and some things that are illegal but morally correct, if I said that right. So basically, let's say, for example, you got a man who steals bread for his family that are hungry, right? I don't think you should throw that man in jail. I think you should help that man. But then again, there's certain men out here, I've seen it on TV, they have been friends with a man for years, and he's basically had his eye on that little girl. And now that she's legal, he's started to mess about with her. That's wrong in my eyes. Now, that's legal, but that's still morally incorrect. How can you be watching a girl from the age of, like, she's 6 years old or something like that, and when she turns 16, 17 and she's legal, now you're going to get into a relationship with her? That's
well, I mean, you could be right, but I don't think most guys, I don't know the guys you're talking about, but I don't think most guys would look at a 6-year-old child and like, oh, I want to be with her, but I'm going to wait. I think what probably happened was he didn't think anything about her. Oh, she's a child. And then she grew up and then he liked her. That's probably what happened.
Yeah, but your morals should kick in. Why are you dealing with your friend's daughter in the first place? Forget about the age thing.
That I understand. That I understand. But honestly, man, if the girl wants to be with the guy and the guy wants to be with the girl and there's no victim, you don't put a guy in jail for that, do you?
Is she legal?
Well, my topic is whether they're legal or not. You don't put a guy in jail.
Well, no, hold on, wait. If they're not legal, then yeah, they need to go to jail. Because at the end of the day, right, even if you find that girl attractive, if she's under the age, you know what? Yeah, she might be attractive, but she's underage.
So
there's
what?
Millions of women out there. Nah, at the end of the day, right, what's more worth it? Your freedom or your happiness, like, because you want to be with that girl?
I'm from America, man. So freedom is very important. We here in America believe in innocent until proven guilty, even though we don't apply it. Obviously, there's lots of people who go to jail who are innocent, but you don't put innocent people in jail for being normal. That's wrong. I actually thought you agreed with me, but it seems like you're saying you don't mind putting people in jail even if they're innocent.
if a girl is underage, yeah, at the end of the day, we have to stick to the law. So if I move to another country and the legal age of consent is 21, I'm not talking to no 20-year-old girls. I'm staying within, the legal ages. No matter what I think, yeah, I'm not going to jail with no girl. You mad?
So if they made a law, no, I'm not saying you should break the law. Don't break the law. But you're saying if they made a law that made it illegal to be with a 20-year-old and somebody was with a 20-year-old girl, you don't mind putting the guy in jail?
Me, I want to put the guy in jail. But at the end of the day, right, you need to stick within the law. And if you don't like it, you're going to have to move country. Now, obviously, unfortunately,
no, that's fine. No, I know, but they have a such thing as laws that are wrong. Like you as a black man should know they have laws that are wrong historically, and they sometimes don't have a law, and they should. The laws are wrong for not having a law or for having a law sometimes, depending on the topic.
If they said, 14-year-old girls are now the legal age or whatever, innit? I don't business, because at the end of the day, I'm not dealing with no 16-year-old girl anyway, although she's legal. I'm too old for her, mentally. Yeah, we ain't got nothing.
But remember, my topic is not what you like. My topic is what's normal. It's normal for a guy to want a young girl. I'm sure if a beautiful girl in high school or college passed you by, you would check her out. And if you found someone who was mentally smart, straight A student, had a job, very mature, and you were single, I have no reason to think that you would say, "Oh, I'm not going to be with you." If the girl likes you and you like her, you're going to be with her, man. You know.
Well, my track record is always going out with older girls anyway. So most of my past girls have always been older than me anyway. 5 years, 7 years, 8 years.
That's fine. But when you get married, we'll find out if you marry someone older. Most guys don't marry girls who are older than them.
Oh yeah. It's normal. Like, let's say for example, I'm 28. It's all right if a 28-year-old guy goes out with a 20-year-old girl and stuff, but they're both adults. They're both kind of on the same page. All right, yeah, he's 8 years older than her, but she's still at an age where she's probably just about graduated. She's going to be in the working world and stuff. But me as a 28-year-old, I'm going to be 30 next year, you know. I'm going to be 29 in September, 30 in next September. Me as a 30-year-old man should not be outside no school gates. Yeah,
no, that's okay. I'm not saying that you should go out with someone younger than you. You do what you like, man. Be free. I'm just saying if two people make a choice, don't punish them. They shouldn't go to jail for being normal. You know?
Listen, if it's within the law, like let's say 16 is the legal age and that, if a 30-year-old man wants to go about with a 16-year-old boy, that's on you. Yeah, I don't throw him in jail if he's within the law. But me, I am not. If I had a friend that was 30 years old or 28 and he's in a relationship with a 16-year-old, I'm like, bro, what are you doing, fam? What value can this girl bring to your life?
But I don't understand. You're telling me basically if something is illegal, it's okay. Like anytime they make a law on anything, it's okay with you?
Expand on that then.
Well, because you've been saying over and over, hey, it's illegal, don't do it, don't break the law, it's illegal, just stay within the law and all that. My topic is not about whether it's the law or not. We know it's against the law. My topic is it's an unjust law. They're punishing people for being normal.
I mean, just because you like something don't mean you have to go for it. Yeah, all right, let's say, for example, the legal age...
But no, hang on. But just because you don't like something doesn't mean you have to punish other people.
My friend, if a man is looking at 15-year-old girls, bro, you need to start looking at girls older. There's millions of girls on this planet. Yeah, you will pass thousands of girls.
That's great. There's millions of girls, but that's good for you. Not everyone is you. Not everyone likes what you like. You said you like older girls. That's great. You have a girlfriend who's older than you. That's great. Most guys don't want an older girlfriend. Most guys want someone younger. As you said earlier, teen porn is some of the most popular porn or the most popular porn in the world. You can't just ignore what your ancestors did, because you brought up ancestors for meat. You can't just ignore your religion. You can't just ignore science, and you can't just ignore what's normal and then say, hey, well, I like girls who are older, so everyone else should do what I do.
Yeah. And you know what? You're right about what the ancestors used to do, because apparently, now I don't believe in God, yeah, but at the end of the day, the Bible and Christianity, the Bible is a documented book, whether it's fact or fiction, whatever. I think it's fiction, but apparently, although they didn't document the girl's age, apparently Mary was between the age of 12 and 15. Now, if we, put that in our time, that would be illegal or whatever, innit? Yeah? But times have changed, and we have to move with the times. So if the times are saying
times have not changed. The law is not the same all over the world. It depends on what state and what country. People make up random laws for random reasons. If you don't believe in God and you're atheist, then I assume you go by science. If you go by science, there is nothing in science that says girls become women at 18 or guys should only like girls 18 and over. That's just a random made up number.
Yeah, I know. But the reason why they do this is because they don't want older men interfering with young girls, because that will mess up their education. And if girls are in school and they're pregnant at 16, more than likely they're not going to uni. They're not getting a good job. They're not setting themselves up. You're better off having a kid when you're 30 years old than 16.
First of all, there's two things wrong with this argument. If you say this is the reason, aside from the fact you're just assuming everyone in the world made the law for the same reason at the same time, aside from the girls who are 16 have sex and get pregnant all the time. Usually they have sex with guys in high school. They don't usually go around with 30-year-old guys. They're usually having sex with guys in high school. And if you say they want the people to stay away from young girls, if that were true, they wouldn't make the law 16. They'd make it like 21 or 28 or 30 or 40.
Yeah, but you know what? Yeah, it's best if young girls who are 16 that don't get pregnant at those ages and that, because they're going to damage their futures. So yeah, maybe they should extend with them.
But I'm curious. The 16-year-olds, it's legal. You can have sex with 16-year-olds right now. So when you say they want you to stay away from young girls, no, they don't. They let you be around young girls. And secondly, let's say I'm wrong. Let's say you're right. They want you to stay away from all young girls, and they made the law 30. Let's say they made the law 30 tomorrow. The girls in high school are still having sex and getting pregnant with other guys in high school. More likely, a girl in high school will have sex with someone in high school or college, not with some 30-year-old guy. Most likely.
Yeah.
Like you said, what's more likely to happen? Is the girl more likely to have sex? If she was going to have sex with somebody, who would it most likely be with? Would it be with the guy in high school and college, or a guy who's 30 or 100, and so on? It's going to be with some her usually around her age.
Yeah, it'll be with one of her peers. But the problem with older men going with young girls is they could manipulate them in a way where they don't really want to, be with a 30-year-old man, but the man's offering her money and stability and stuff, and he's trying to. You hear about all these guys grooming girls and stuff like that. So that's one of the.
There's more holes in your argument. First of all, who's more likely to use a girl? A guy in high school or a 30-year-old? Guys in high school are horny, they're immature, they tell girls all lies just to get them to have sex. More guys in high school use girls than older guys. Secondly, guys can use a girl no matter what her age. They can use a girl 17, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21. It happens all the time. Third, a guy who's older is probably more likely to treat her better. Girls will tell you all the time, oh, I don't go out with guys my own age because they're immature. Guys who are older are much more mature. And an older guy might be like, damn, I got a young, beautiful girl. This might be my last chance. Or I'll try to treat her really like a princess. And what about the people who don't use girls? You can't just ignore all that and assume that most of these guys are greaseballs who are going to use all these girls.
Boy, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. At the end of the day, right, men just need to find girls that are within their age range. Yeah, maybe like three or
what's their age range?
Well, it all depends on how old they are as well. Like if you're
what's the random number age range you come up with, and how do you come up with that?
You have to look at every situation and every person's age differently. So if a man's 40 years old, yeah, he can date women who are 30, 20 years younger than him, and maybe 20 years older than him if he wants. But if a guy,
so he can date, wait, hold on. So he can date 20-year-olds.
If a 20-year-old is interested in a 50-year-old man, that's up to them. That's up to them. But
how about a 19? How about a 19-year-old?
There is a cutoff point. The range starts and ends somewhere in here, so there is a cutoff point. So I'll say, yeah, boom.
But says who? No, but says who? This is just a random thing that you came up with. One of the reasons people do horrible things in the world. One of the reasons people do horrible things in the world is because people don't go by the facts and science. They go by whatever they like. Like even when I talk to you, I gave you a bunch of reasons why it's wrong to punish guys, and I can tell you get it. Like you're not fighting and being a jerk. You're taking the information. But then when I'm done, you go, I don't know, man. Guys should just be with someone their own age. Like everything goes out the window, and we go back to square one because it's a matter of being brainwashed. Society and the media have told you it's wrong, it's pedophilia, it's abuse, it's disgusting, and you've been brainwashed by it, man. It's it's normal. You're a guy. You know it's normal to check out a young, beautiful girl. You know that.
My friend, girls, like when I was in school, there were some girls going through puberty and that at age 10 and stuff like that. That don't mean that they're ready to be reproducing, yeah. Just because remember, yeah, human beings back in the day didn't live as long, you know. We were dying at age 20 and 30 and that. But now we're living until what, 80 years old, plus or minus.
I'm talking about even in your parents' and grandparents' days. They were the laws were way under 16. This is not just like caveman days.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, my grandparents ain't that old, so yeah.
Right, exactly. What I'm saying is these laws, you can't just say, well, this is a long time ago. They were living lesser. Society has changed. No, these laws were not that different. You could be with someone under 18 not that long ago. It was in your parents' and grandparents' days.
Yeah. God.
I still have got no justification why it's okay to punish guys. You gave the example of a 10-year-old. I'm not saying be with 10-year-olds. If you say 10 is wrong, I'm with you. But that doesn't mean if you're saying a 10-year-old might have her period and she might get pregnant and she might be one of the rare exceptions of someone who's blossomed faster, that has nothing to do with 16. 16 is definitely a woman, man. It's a biological fact. They're young women.
Yeah, they might be like biologically mature, but they're not mature in their head.
Okay, so then when did they become mature in their heads? What's the magical number?
Everyone's different.
Exactly. That's my point. Exactly.
Let's around about 21 then. Let's throw in a figure, say 21 roughly.
Okay, so so that means you think the law should be 21.
Yeah, well, my man's trying to trip man up. I understand what you're saying, innit? But men. By
the way, even if you really believe that they're not mentally mature, which there's no study, there's nothing out there that says they're not mature. You're ignoring the fact that they do a lot of things out there that children. Let's say you believe they're children, okay? They're children and they're not mature. Then you should be consistent. Children should not have a job. They should not drive a car. They should not be a supermodel. They should not be in beauty pageants. They should not be like Kobe Bryant and play in the NBA at 17 against Michael Jordan. They should not be dressing sexually. They should not be having boyfriends. They should not be trialed as an adult if they murder somebody. I could give you a million examples where people contradict themselves. They'll say, oh, they're children when they have sex, and then they'll say they're adults and everything else. It's a contradiction, man.
Yeah, but me personally, I'm just going to stick to girls who are roughly around my age range, yeah? A few years old.
I respect that, man. But when you get married, I would love to know who you're married, because I doubt you're going to marry somebody who's older than you. I doubt it.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I ain't getting married anyway. Yeah, I don't believe in that business. So.
Oh, well, good for you, man. I'm playing. I'm playing. Yeah, but no, man, it's normal, man. If you believe that they're not mature, then this means you're saying to me that all 16-year-olds are not as smart as all 18-year-olds. That doesn't make sense. There's plenty of 16-year-olds who have straight A's, who don't drink, who don't smoke. What was that?
I'm saying there's 16-year-olds that might be smarter than me, but that don't mean that I'm going to be dealing with no 16-year-old just because she's smarter than me.
That's okay. I remember my topic is not I want you to go out with a 16-year-old. That ain't my topic. You go out with whatever you like. If you want to go out with a TV set, that's all good. I'm just saying to you that, well, don't go out with a TV set. I'm joking. But I'm sure you know that. But I'm saying to you, it's normal. You can't punish a guy for being normal. It's biologically normal for him to want a young, beautiful girl. There's actually a biological reason, because they're fertile. They can give birth. There's a reason why guys are not attracted to 100-year-old women. I'm sure there's some guy who wants a 100-year-old woman, but the point is, most guys want someone young and beautiful. It's normal. There's lots of people who are young and very mature. They don't drink, they don't smoke, they don't do drugs, they get straight A's, they have a job, they drive a car, they help their single parent mom in the house, they don't get into fights, things like that. And then meanwhile, you have 18-year-old girls who drink, who smoke, who don't have a job, who fight with their parents, who don't help around their house. They have sex without condoms. I'm not saying that's dumb, but I'm just saying they're not as mature as some 16-year-olds. They get arrested. They're rude. You know, a bunch of things. Maybe they don't help their single parent parent. Then there's plenty of people who are mature and immature. You can't just label everybody as all being stupid or all being smart. You know.
Yeah, but the thing is, right, a man could be 30 years old and let's say 16 is the legal age. But what if he wants a woman that can go hard with him on a mortgage and stuff like that? So it's not all about just sexual maturity and that. Maybe a man don't want to mess with a girl that's 16 because she ain't got nothing to bring to the table at the same level.
But that's his choice. I'm not saying every guy should be with someone young. I'm saying if somebody wants to be with someone beautiful and young and they're happy, maybe the guy wants to provide. Maybe he wants to be the man where he comes home and brings the money and she stays home and raises the kids. Maybe she works and he stays home. Maybe they both stay home. Maybe they both work. I don't know. I don't care. To be honest, everyone's different. I'm just saying don't punish people. Don't put them in jail and ruin their lives. There's so many stories out there, man, of girls who will say, don't punish the guy. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't rape me or anything like that. And they still put the guy in jail.
Was the girl underage or not?
Sometimes there are, yeah. I'll give you a great example of a stupid law in Texas.
You know what the law is, isn't it? So whether you're sexually attracted to, I'm saying like whether they are sexually attracted to a girl or not, it don't matter. You know what the law is. So yeah, you might be attracted to a girl that's underage because this is the thing. I was saying this to my girlfriend the other day, right? During half term, if you're driving around, because as adults we don't know when the semester's over, yeah. So when it's half term and the school kids are not out, you from down the road, you don't know if that's a woman or like a 16-year-old girl. So you're gonna look at that. So yeah, you could make the mistake and think, oh, this girl's of age and she's under. But once you find out, don't deal with her. Find someone else. That's legal.
Right, no, but again, you're telling me what you think should happen, and that's fine. I'm not saying you're wrong. You can think whatever you want and advise people whatever you want. I'm not saying to you that you should do something or you should not do something. I'm saying to you the law is wrong. They're punishing innocent people, man. If there was a law that said black people couldn't marry white people, you wouldn't say, well, hey, the law is a law. Don't break it then. It's an unjust law, man.
If the girl is underage, you have to just stay away. I mean, you know, if you don't, it's unfortunate when some of these footballers deal with girls who are 15 and they didn't know because the 15-year-old girl was in a club where you're supposed to be 18 and they get done up. That's unfortunate. That happens. But, I mean, if you know how old the girl is, you just have to stay away, innit? I'm not saying, I agree with you. Don't break the law. But that's not my topic. My topic is it's an unjust law. Are you telling me that anytime something is a law, it's justified? I mean, you can't agree with every single law and that, but I mean, that one there, I'm going to stay clear away from that because I'm not getting myself into no trouble. So, yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. If you don't have a take, that's fine. If you want to stay away from it, fine. But it sounds like you disagree with me, and it sounds like you're saying it's okay to put the guy in jail. And so far, I haven't gotten any justification. There's even a guy in your chat room with the word no. His name is No. He keeps making fun of me and labeling me as a weirdo pedophile, like I'm a strange person, all that. Notice he hasn't given me any justification on how he's right and I'm wrong then. A lot of people are just brainwashed. This is the same guy who was writing about the UN and people are sheep or brainwashed or something. He's literally brainwashed. Literally. I mean, there's no religion that says he's right. No science says he's right. No law in general says he's right. A bunch of things says he's wrong, and he wants to act like I'm brainwashed and I'm sheep and I'm the weirdo and I'm strange. No, you're brainwashed. You're the weirdo. You're strange. You're the one that's being sheep then. To the guy in the chat room. By the way, man, do you mind if it's your program. If you say no, I will 100% respect that. Do you mind if I tell people that they can come debate me on my program? Is that okay with you?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. For all you online tough guys and online smart guys and online smart girls and online smart tough girls, if you want to debate me on something, you're welcome to come on my program. I have a very popular page. If you want to come on my program, go to my page and send me an email. Then I got more than one page, so just so you can find me fast, I'll give you one of the pages. Go on YouTube and type Michael Jordan fans are the worst NBA fans, and you should find my page then. So if you want to come on, you're welcome to come on then. You know.
Yeah. All right, then you're out though, yeah?
It's up to you, man. I'm happy to stay, but if you want to hang up on me, that's up to you. It's your show.
No,
I know how it is.
I'm supposed to get through all of these conspiracy theories, man, and this list is still quite long. So yeah, I'm gonna let you go, yeah?
Okay, then. All right. So, man, if you ever want to come on my show, you're welcome to come on too. And I want to let you know, man, the way you conduct yourself, I really respect it. You're very nice. You're respectful. You're not a jerk. You give people plenty of time. You take in the information. You're patient. You're not rude. You know how to be professional. My only disappointment. This is my only disappointment in you. I feel like you take in the information and take in the information and take in the information, and then you jump ship and you act like you don't agree. Then that's just my only disappointment with you. Then you know.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I can still acknowledge what someone says and see it from their perspective, but then I still have my opinion or my beliefs. When I say beliefs, I don't mean anything to do with religion, but I can still. Oh yeah, I can understand where you're coming from in that angle, but I still think this. Like with the meat thing.
But there's a difference. No, but there's a difference. If I called your show and I said, "Hey, buddy, my opinion is America is better than United Kingdom," that's something you don't have to agree with because it's an opinion. There's no reason to say you're right or wrong or disagree or agree. It's an opinion. But when I give you facts, because pretty much everything I've given you is facts. I'm not saying it's 100% true. I'm sure I gave you opinions too then, but pretty much the things we disagree on, I'm going by facts. If you disagree with those facts, that's the disappointing part, because I feel like you understand those are facts, but it's like, why does he still disagree then? You know?
Yeah. All right, then, man. I'll let you go, yeah?
All right, man. Thanks for putting me on, man. Good luck to your program, man. Stay safe. Have fun.
Yeah, we'll do. All right, see you.
Thank you. Later.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if anyone's still watching. There's 0 people, boy. Dawson Davis said I look depressed, fam. My girl said all I hear is excuses, you know. Right. I'm gonna stay on for the next 10 minutes. Run through a couple of these. Conspiracy theories. Well, some good debates there, innit? Obviously, respect to Brandon for calling up, respect to Saint for calling up, and obviously the last guy, the universe one, he's picking man's brain or whatever. So that's good in that. But guys, yeah, you might see a girl and mistake her for being over the age and legal and that. But once you find out that she's not legal, stay the fuck away, because you know what? Even if a girl gives you consent and that, if she's underage, statutory rape and that, it's not worth it, fam. You don't want to be labeled with that, boy. That's a brush, yeah. That you once you're tarnished with that, you're fucked. You're fucked. I don't know anyone personally that, you know, they're on a sex offenders register or whatever, but boy, you don't want to go down that route, man. Like even to the point in school, like, you know, like in school, you might be a bit hands-on with the girls and that. Boy, listen, when that was going on in school, they said to us in assembly, the next time we catch any boys being hands-on with any of the girls, we're going to report them to the police and they're going to go on a sex offenders register. That was enough blank shots, warning shots in the sky for man to say blood. Man's keeping man's hands to man's self. You don't want, because once someone hears that you're on a sex offenders register, nobody gives a fuck. Like, you could be on the sex offenders register just for, well, I'm not saying just as it to say it's a nothing long, like it's nothing, like it's something light. But if you touch a girl's bum, you be on the sex offenders register. When people hear that you're on that register, they ain't trying to hear, oh, what it's for. Once you're on that register, you're fucked for life. Yeah, no one gonna want to employ you, nothing like that. So, boy, yeah. Once we heard that, yeah, that was that's what the teacher was saying that it was going to do. Keep man's hands to man's self. Yeah. Literally, but you know what? Yeah, this live stream kind of got interrupted and that, and it's like all 11 now. So I don't even know if I should really continue with this. You know? Right. All right, one conspiracy theory that was going around, that was circulating for the longest, was that Tupac is still alive. Like, I bet there's some people right now who still believe that Tupac is alive. Unfortunately, my man died a long time ago, you know. And like, how can you even dispute whether a man is alive or not when how many hundreds of people saw him get murdered outside that? I think it was Mike Tyson's fight. Like, how many witnesses do you need to know, say that a man's, you know, you get me, been murdered and that? So yeah, Tupac is alive. Let me see what number this is on, because so this is number 6. Yeah, Tupac is not alive. Yeah, there's some people that still believe that Tupac is alive. Nah, man, that's a conspiracy theory that he's hiding away in the mountains. And unfortunately, my man passed away a very long time ago. Obviously, one of the best rappers to ever live in that. Give me respect to my man, but yeah, he ain't here no more, man. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quickly boil the kettle, make another cup of tea. Right back. back in a sec. I'm just having a little break, you know. I'll be off in like 10 minutes anyway. What I'm gonna do now is gonna abuse some strawberries, you know. So basically, you get a bowl of, you can see a bowl of sugar. Get some strawberries, obviously wash them, obviously, and then dip them in the sugar. The baddest thing ever, the best thing ever. But strawberries then been in the fridge, so they're freezing cold, man. But yeah, so they're saying that Tupac's alive. Tupac's not alive. Another conspiracy theory that man's gonna go into is that Bin Laden. You know when apparently they killed Bin Laden. Apparently they're saying that Bin Laden died a long time ago and they covered it up. That's bullshit, man. What would be the need for them to cover up his death or whatever? And I'm telling you, these people, they love fantasy, you know. They love fantasy, man. Right, you know, I'm gonna done the live stream because it's getting late now. So I respect to all the people who locked in this evening. Yeah. Respect a man like Brandon, respect a man like Saint. The caller, the universe, the American man gave me a good debate and that. Made some valid points, try to make man feel guilty about eating meat and made some valid points about, you know, them killing animals just for human consumption and that. Boy, you know, I'm a meat eater, innit? So and I ain't got the provisions to go and hunt for my own meat, so I'm gonna get it from the suppliers and that, innit? Yeah. Right, people then. Stay well, it's done, man. Until next time.